Heck, the old cars you left in mom or grandma's driveway. If you have a title, they can be worth $3,000 on this program. We've dragged in a scrap bin to the front of our lot to send those suckers right to the boneyard. This program was made for people like you and me, and I'm going to help you take advantage. Right here at Carlsbad Chevrolet, 2155 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. Also, like us on Facebook for service and part specials throughout the month.
Attend the Carlsbad Gun Show April 15th and 16th this weekend at the Walter Gerald's Exhibition Center, 4012 National Parks Highway in Carlsbad. See dealers selling the finest in modern guns, antique guns, custom knives, ammo, scopes, Old West collectibles, and much more. Buy, sell, and trade at the Carlsbad Gun Show April 15th and 16th this weekend at the Walter Gerald's Performing Arts and Exhibition Center, 4012 National Parks Highway, Carlsbad. Gun aficionados, you don't want to miss out on this huge selection of ammo. Over 500,000 rounds of ammo on sale. Winchester ammo, Remington ammo, 9mm Luger ammo, 38 Special. Do not miss out on these major brands of ammo. Buy, sell, and trade at the Carlsbad Gun Show April 15th and 16th this weekend at the Walter Gerald's Exhibition Center, 4012 National Parks Highway in Carlsbad. Get $1 off admission. Go to azgunradio.com, azgunradio.com. And parking is free at this event.
The Dexter Livestock Commission is accepting all classes of beef cows, bulls, calves, and yearlings. Cattle received Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, with sales Tuesday at 11 a.m. Plus, Dexter Livestock Commission has no fee charges for cattle received on the day of the sale. Dexter Livestock Commission charges 3% commission, or $21 per head for load lots of 40,000 or more. Located next to DBS Commodities, 274 East Darby Road, between Roswell and Dexter. 575-624-COWS. 624-COWS. DexterLivestockCommission.com.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
The southeast plains of New Mexico temperature readings on this Tuesday with about 87 degrees in Roswell this afternoon. Westerly wind coming off the high Sierra Blanca at 85 degrees in Carlsbad Artesia, near 80 degrees in Lovington and Hobbs. By tomorrow, the Lovington studios will reach 83 degrees, 87 degrees in Carlsbad. For W5 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet. Online at carlsbadchevrolet.com. Text line at 877-396-W105. Brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Online at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
Welcome to the show.
Today is a very special day.
Today is National Pet Day.
It's celebrated every year on April 11th.
Say, what type of pet do you have? It's a dog.
My pet iguana. Pet tarantula.
Snake for a pet.
He's my pet snail.
A squirrel.
This is our pet.
A family pet.
Eagle-y is your pet eagle.
Today is National Pet Day.
Showtime.
And good morning to you. It is a beautiful Tuesday. We'll check the weather coming up in a second. Today looks awesome. Later in the week, we've got more high wind. I hate to break it to you, but that's the way it is. It is National Pet Day. Tell us about your pet. And National Siblings Day. Can you believe they put both of those on the same day? You want to discuss your siblings? Yeah, we'll do either pets or siblings. That is the question of the day. By the way, the morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddies. Question of the day being brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. Text line 877-396-W105 being brought to you by Kubota and Amigo Machinery.com. You can find them in Roswell. They are your official Kubota dealer of Be in the Breakfast Club. And if you're watching this morning on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Twitter, or Facebook, that's being brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Mention Be in the Breakfast Club. Get 10% off any work that they do. DesertSandsNM.com. Mention Be in the Breakfast Club and get 10% off. Morning show, we're broadcasting from the End of the Mountain God studio, and we're powered by our buddies at Carlsbad Chevrolet. Check them out today. Tom A.
Good morning.
In the studio. the man, the myth,
the legend,
the legend, the guy that is the greatest procrastinator ever in life.
Now, why would you say that, B?
Well, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days since you hit a dumpster, and you still haven't finalized everything with the insurance company.
Actually,
you haven't filed the claim.
I'm putting my ducks in a row because that's what you got to do.
Oh, the first duck would be filing the damn claim, letting them know about it.
I did. It's on record, so I'm not going to worry about it.
The greatest procrastinator ever. It used to be, I work all these hours doing news. Now he doesn't do news. Still the greatest procrastinator ever.
Yes.
Congratulations for putting the title on you. You've earned it, buddy. You have worked hard. You earned it. Congratulations going out to Gustavo.
Yeah.
Winner of cash last week. We're going to give you a chance to qualify for that cash this morning. Weather being brought to you by H&H Fuel Services, New Mexico, the Delaware and Permian Basin, your poly pipeline professionals. They've got the fast fusion pipeline machines, and they're ready to bring them out and do the job for you. They've got the squeeze tools up to 16 inches. Yeah, they are the professionals. They do subcontractor services, or they can do pipeline and facility construction. Get in touch with Colin this morning if you need the fast fusion pipeline machines. 432-269-6027. Website HNHFS.com. Sunny all day today, looking good. Winds less than 10 miles an hour, up to about 83 today. Clearing out tonight, down to about 52. Tomorrow, sunny into 84. Winds up to 15 miles an hour. But tomorrow night, up to 25 miles an hour. And Thursday, 30-mile-an-hour winds. Check of the weather at 6:11, being brought to you by the Twin Wells Fuel Station. Driving on 128 this morning, exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles. Filler up today. Diesel, unleaded DF value, they've got it all. Fill up at the Twin Wells Fuel Station, accepting fleet cards, credit cards, and debit cards. Just exit on Buck Jackson Road, right off of 128, and fill up at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. Barbershop Quartet Day going on today, and International Be Kind to Lawyers Day, International Louie Day, Cheese Fondue Day, National 8-Track Tape Day. Some of the greatest days of my life were sitting in the car listening to 8-track tapes over and over and over, and then having to feed them out of the machine and splice it back together. Library Workers Day. Tom is going to run for that library board soon.
Get on the board.
National Pet Day. Tell us about your pet. Ranch Water Day going on today. Submarine Day and National Parkinson's Disease Day happening all day today. According to a brand new poll, half of Americans believe Donald Trump deserves to be indicted on the Stormy Daniels hush money. You know what's crazy? It wasn't hush money because news broke after it happened. So it really wasn't hush money, so to speak. Yeah. A lot of people think Trump should be indicted. Yeah. I'm not going to even talk about Melania, how she feels about the whole thing. But here's the deal. What is Trump hushing her about? Because she admitted in court they never had sex. What's he hushing her about? President Biden leaving for Ireland tomorrow. Here's the bad news. You ready for this? Bad news is he's coming back. That's the bad news. Yeah, he's going over there to visit his ancestral home.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Maybe he can meet up with the leprechaun. Maybe he can get a new job. I don't know, being the leprechaun on the box of Lucky Charms. I'm just thinking out loud. But the bad news is he is coming back. That is the sad news. By the way, Biden, thank you so much, Mr. President. Biden signed the bill to end the COVID emergency yesterday.
Did he really?
Thank you. You are Johnny on the spot. I'm telling you, you guys are Johnny on the damn spot. Thank you for doing your job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. After 7 years together, Taylor Swift and her boyfriend Joe are splitting up.
7
years. Yeah. And Al Jaffe, legendary cartoonist, best known for the longest-running contributor to Madden magazine, passed away, 102 years old. And the character actor who made all kinds of appearances on TV and movies, Michael Lerner, passed away over the weekend. He was 81 years young. I had this story and didn't make it to it yesterday, but UFC fight. Trump was in the house, and UFC boxer at UFC 287, the King of Miami, Jorge Masvidal, led the chant, "Let's go, Brandon." And I don't know if you saw at some point, Trump was talking about a Russian fighter and told the American fighter to knock his leg out.
Go, boy.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon. Border Patrol shoots and kills a man. Border Patrol agents working the checkpoint on Interstate 10 outside of Las Cruces shot and killed a man last week after he drove through the checkpoint and led them on a chase for nearly an hour and then hit an agent with a wooden club. Incident happened about 8:30 p.m. on April 2nd when the Border Patrol agents saw the man driving an SUV, drove it straight through the checkpoint. They pursued. He got on several country roads. When they actually got him stopped, he actually hit the agent. They responded with deadly force. Their job every night or every day when they go to work is to get home. And if somebody takes a swing at you with a club, that's their deadly force. So they used deadly force and took this clown down. Congratulations. You get to go home. He doesn't. There are laws in this country. Don't like it, don't come to the country. Chaves County Sheriff's deputies investigating a double shooting that occurred on Harton Street, south of Roswell. Suspect was arrested after a pursuit, and the incident was, of course, Sheriff's Department made an arrest. Roswell police and state police are ongoing investigation, but double shooting in Roswell. This is a developing story. I'm sure Mike Harrington, the sheriff of Chaves County, will have more information on that. I would think we will have that information.
Well, add into that shooting, it seems the two shooting victims were taken to the hospital, but they have non-life-threatening injuries. So that's the good news for those victims.
So they'll be transported to jail, I'm sure. Pentagon officials are realizing that U.S. munitions stockpile aren't very big to take on China. Now, who the hell is the guy that's in charge of our stockpile? Did we put Tommy in charge of the damn stockpile all of a sudden? Oh, we've sent too much to Ukraine. Oh, now we don't. And it will take us years to ramp back up. And guess what? The money is not there to ramp it up. So now everybody is talking about war with China, that things are going to escalate. And here we are sitting with our thumb right up our rear. Big lesson coming out of Ukraine is don't give up all our ammo. Don't give up all our planes and tanks and missiles. Chief of Staff Mark Milley testified last week about this, about the consumption rates of the Ukraine war and how much they have actually taken from the United States. Let's go, Brandon, again. Thank you. Appreciate it. Whoever didn't have the forethought to, okay, we're shipping all that, we need to ramp up production. Nah, let's not ramp it up. Let's just sit on it for about a year, and then when China makes their move, we'll be in deep do-do-do. Yeah, deep do-do-do-do. All right, Price of Oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. Get in touch with Spinnaker today. They are currently hiring, and if you've ever supervised a frac crew, they want you to come to work for them as a cementing supervisor with the SSIT program to get you started. If you ever run a blender in the patch, they want to teach you how to become a cementing truck operator. They've got a training program for that. Must have a CDL and willing to work long hours and make a lot of money. They offer one of the best benefit programs in the industry, and housing's available if you need it. Their package, their benefit package is the best in the industry. They're a drug-free employer, equal opportunity employer. Text Oilfield to 63566 today or go to greatoilfieldjobs.com.
West Texas Intermediate, $79.48, $83.82 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas, $2.38. B.
All right, we got the tweet of the day coming up, Spouse Day and Pet Day. You want to comment on either one of those. Our number, 877-396-W105, Tom.
And good morning to the best radio DJ ever, says Aaron this morning. Oh, also, good morning to you, B. Says Aaron, okay.
I'm not a DJ.
Right.
I'm not a DJ.
Do you miss those?
I'm a commentator.
Do you miss those days,
yeah.
B?
Tom might be a DJ.
Yeah.
I'm not a DJ.
Mario B.
My job is much more than just being a DJ. A DJ goes, it's 6:18, and now here's George Strait.
You know, I always thought about that. I thought, what is my purpose being a radio DJ in the early days? I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not really that important until this one day, this man had called me and his wife, and she died. I didn't know about it. 6 months later, he calls me, and he says, Tom, could you play our song again? And I did, and said, I lost her 6 months ago. He needed me that day.
You saved his life, Tom.
Well,
you saved his life that day.
He needed me that day. So
you saved it. It was just like the doctor's healing hands.
What it was.
You had the ability to touch that man and heal him.
You're making fun of me now.
You had the same ability, Tom.
Yeah.
God bless you. God bless your heart. 621. Can I get one more text?
Yes, sir. Mario B. from Lovington says, the Border Patrol anywhere but in the border shouldn't be allowed, says the Mario B. from Lovington. I have one more text this morning before I get back to you.
Wait, shouldn't be allowed to what? I missed. I know there's got to be more to that. Shouldn't be allowed to shoot somebody?
Let me go back to it here.
They're the second tier of our protection. So the sign at the border says stop.
Stop. You better.
At the checkpoints, you don't stop and you run away. They're law enforcement. They're going to chase you. And if you hit them with a bat, they're going to shoot your ass.
Yeah. Yep.
And me personally, I have no problem with them shooting you.
One more text. Let's not forget about the weapons and the tanks and the ammo and the BS that we left in Afghanistan, says the text. So.
No doubt. I think we can all say it either way. Let's go, Brandon. All right, things that are going on today. We got the tweet of the day being brought to you by Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Test and Tune. They've got that. They've got the bracket racing. They've got all kind of stuff. Bracket racing, April 14th and 15th. That's this weekend. So gates open Friday, 6 p.m. Races start at 7 o'clock. And on Saturday, gates open at 11, drivers meeting at 12:30, and races start soon after that. $15 for spectators. Tag cards are $30. And they've got the bracket racing. They've got lots of dash for cash going on. Box, no box, street bikes, junior drags class. If you need more information, get in touch with Jamal or just follow them on Facebook or on Instagram or on TikTok. Jamal's number is 575-631-5099. The madness continues with Dylan Mulnavy. When I saw this, him talking about he was going to give away some of his tampons, it led me Well, I'm going to play the cut, and then I'll come back and make the statement.
About the prospect of me doing a tampon partnership. I mean, it made the news. And then the tampon brands, they got real quiet, and that's okay. Today, I'm going to go hand out all of these extra tampons I have left so that no one can call me a tampon hoarder.
So I just want to know, where are you putting the tampons?
God.
I need to know, because you do not have a vagina. Are you sticking them up your butt or what? I had to ask. I apologize, but what are you doing with the tampons? You are not. Tampons are used for a menstrual cycle. You're a man. You don't have menstrual cycles. Stop the damn madness. I don't care about the way you live your life, but don't ask me to buy into the madness, because I'm just not gonna. That was a tweet of the day, being brought to you by Hobbs Airfield Speedway. 625, State Representative Randall Pettigrew, fighting really, really hard for New Mexico, especially the district he represents, District 61, fighting really hard for our way of life. Goes up to Santa Fe and battles every single day to bring a common sense approach to some of these laws that they're trying to pass. You know what? Some folks say, well, we didn't do enough. Republicans didn't do enough. I say we won a lot of battles, and we're able to turn around 4 gun legislations. 4. Yeah. Turn them around with the help of Democrats. So Republicans were able to walk across the aisle and go, this is crazy, and get Democrats to agree, yeah, this is far-reaching and nuts. By the way, if you need help with anything in Santa Fe, getting your driver's license, maybe you got regulatory issues and you can't get through the switchboard, that's when you call Randy Pettigrew, and state representative makes a call and somebody calls you back. Find out more information today, randallpettigrew.com. Well, it looks like the the attorney general, this tells me attorney general could be running for governor in 4 years, because he is coming out and saying he's very disappointed with the pocket vetoes that the governor used.
Really?
Yeah. So that tells me, when I see a Democrat going against a Democrat, that tells me that this guy will probably be running for governor once Michelle Lujan Gresham turns out. So, yeah, Raul Torres saying he's disappointed she used the pocket vetoes. And I think she's used it, 26 times, something like that. I mean, it's a crazy amount.
Yeah.
So, he said he's very disappointed. Look, remember that 4 years from now, Raul Torres. Looks like Logan Paul officially signed on with WWE. That's where he belongs. He doesn't belong in boxing. He belongs in WWE. So congratulations, Logan Paul. Empty tank cars derailed in Texas. Kendleton, Texas. No injuries reported. Thank God they were empty. 3 empty tank cars derailed, remaining upright at the Southeast Texas Rail Yard on Monday, according to the train owner. Train owner is Kansas City Southern, and the derailment took place about 7 a.m. in the morning. That's very close to the Houston area. Joe Biden, White House, involved in the raid on Donald Trump's residence. Yeah, President Biden administration was involved in the raid on Donald Trump's residence through a special access request. Wait, that is that ethical? According to documents obtained by the National Archives, and some of those documents were leaked. Congratulations, Joe Biden. Not only are you working with the district attorney, Pat Alvin, you also make a request that they raid Donald Trump's house. In return, they had to raid yours too. And what's the difference to what you had and Donald Trump had? Very little difference. Very little difference. So congratulations. Clovis Police Department responded to a shooting at the Clovis Apartments early yesterday morning, and the shooting took place about 1 a.m. yesterday morning. Officers say that Matthew Nelson, 22 years old, at the apartment with multiple gunshot wounds, transported to the Plains Regional Medical Center. He later died. Fifth Circuit District Major Crimes Unit investigating at the scene. Fatal shooting happened on Martin Luther King Boulevard. All right, we're going to talk about the leaks that came out. Pentagon, Joe Biden's White House, all over the place. I'll get to that coming up next. Morning show this morning being brought to you by United Pump and Supply. Currently hiring relief valve technicians. If you're looking for a job, get in touch with them. up-s.com. They are an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free employer. And by the way, if you're looking for a company that can hold up to the pressure, a supplier, hey, United Pump, they can hold up the pressure. They got 60 years in the business. They are the experts when it comes to top-of-the-line chemical pumps, valves, chokes, gauges, and more. And they are now open in Carlsbad, handling some of the big names. They are the authorized dealer for Mercer, Superior Products, Chicago Valve, Warren, Sharp, LMI, TechStream. The list goes on and on. Info's available at up-s.com. Now open at Carlsbad at United Pump and Supply. Tom A. on the text line. We've got the thought for the day coming up in just a second. Already 6:30. We're being the Breakfast Club.
B, we got a wreck to report this morning. The wreck is at the West Truck Route in Hobbs. According to the texture, the road is open but slow-moving traffic, and that is west of Walmart. This report being brought to you in part by
Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com, reminding you, slow down, be safe, and get home to your family. Jason Whitlock. You know who Jason Whitlock is,
he
right,
used to
Tom?
play for the Cowboys, yes. Tight
Jason
end.
Whitlock play for the Cowboys?
I think that's the one.
Jason Whitlock played for the Cowboys?
He's the sports guy. I'm sorry, the sports columnist.
He's a comedian also.
Okay, what's the name?
And he writes writes for a newspaper. At one time, if I'm not mistaken, he worked for ESPN.
He did.
But was fired from ESPN because he's a conservative.
Yes, he is.
A black conservative. We cannot have that at ESPN. But Jason Whitlock, this is a little long clip, but he goes off on Whoopi Goldberg and The View.
Ooh, gotta see
Whoopi's wondering, and she's speaking directly to Jeffro this morning. Why do you need to have so many guns, Jeffro? Why?
Well, why are we? You know what I'm tired of. I don't mean to be rude to cut you off. I'm tired of trying to find a way to justify you being able to keep 75 guns in your house.
You know what fascinates me more, baffles me more, is why we think it's normal for 80% of black kids to be born into families with no fathers or illegitimate. Why I never see Whoopi complain about that. So I get why people keep guns, because they're afraid of the government. And they know how tyrannical a government can be and how evil and wicked a government can be. The guns make sense. It's this other stuff that they don't talk about on The View that doesn't make sense.
I would love to have Jason Whitlock on The View to talk about just that. I would love it. I think he would. I think he would eat Whoopi Goldberg's lunch. And there's one thing Whoopi has never missed, and that's lunch. 6:30, Al Roker asked the question of Joe Biden.
Taking part in our upcoming election in 2024.
Well, I'll either be rolling an egg or being the guy who's pushing them out.
Come on, help a brother out. Make some news for me. Here.
Well, I plan on running out, but we're not prepared to announce it yet.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you, Al Roker, for once in your life asking the tough questions. Carrie Jean-Pierre talking about Biden is going to East Palestine. Well, I mean, they asked a question. He said he was going to go. Now, It's a little late now to go. I mean, you've already you went to Ukraine. They were more important than the people in Ohio.
Biden said that he would be going to East Palestine, Ohio at some point. Does the president still feel the need to visit Ohio?
Well, once the president said it, so I will keep that. He keeps to his word. Don't have a trip to lay out or preview for you at this time, but I'm going to.
I tell you what, at this point, those people will run your butt out of Palestine. They will run you out of there because how long has it been? And we can't get a president of the United States to visit. Those people are still with water that is contaminated, and their lives will be very different for a long, long time. A long time. Carrie Jean-Pierre also talked about when Biden speaks, people listen.
I would easily argue when the president speaks, people listen and want to hear what he has to say.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was in the foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping.
Yeah, they listen because they are like, what the hell's he going to say? And then after he says it, they're like, what the hell did he just say? Right. Serious. They have no idea. And Carrie Jean-Pierre slipped up. She actually slipped up and said it. The decision on abortion or pregnancy should be left up between a man and a woman. Oh, yeah, she said it, but then she walked it back.
It is a fundamental freedom. It is a fundamental right, and it is a medical decision that should be made between a woman, and her doctor, without government interference. Again, without government interference.
Yeah, she quickly walked it back. Yeah. Oh, we can't have any man telling a woman what to do. Now, you wait until men can have babies, then it'd be their decision. All right, thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil, 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality products, excellent service, dependable. Boom or bust, they are there for you. Delivering all the gas products out in the patch along with interstate batteries. Go to the website, wakefieldOil.com. Follow them on Facebook. 35 plus years ago, Mr. Wendell Wakefield packed up the family, brought them to New Mexico, and started Wakefield Oil. Thought for the day is in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is when children have imaginary friends, it's cute. But when adults do it, it's a disorder. It's my thought for the day. Text line is open. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror, the greatest mirror on the market. It's a travel mirror. You can take this mirror anywhere you go. Weighs less than 4 pounds. Comes in the traveling case. 3 mirrors, times 1, times 5, times 10 magnification, LED lights. It works. And that's why it is the greatest mirror in the world. I mean, it has, if you had never seen it before, it has 3 different mirrors that slide out, and then you can pack it up and move them back in and fold it, and then you take it anywhere in the world. It's a great mirror. Go online right now to atlasmakeupmirror.com and check it out. You can order right there from the website, and you can also go and check out all the cool videos on Instagram and Facebook. Or you can pick up the phone and call local inventor Rebecca Long, 575-631-3189. Give her a call today. Text line is open. We'll talk about those pesky leaks coming up next. And a man accused of crashing a stolen government SUV appeared in court. We'll get to that next.
Hey, Bill from Lovington is asking this morning, is it just me or is it suspicious that train derailment is only taking place in red states? Is that a coincidence? Bill from Lovington is asking. Mm-hmm.
Well, where was the other one? Was it
Ohio?
Was it Missouri?
No, it was Ohio.
Yeah, but there was another one, Tom. There was Ohio, and then there was one soon after that, and then this one in Texas.
Right. Good question, though, Bill. Hey, still nothing from Cliff. Now, if people don't know, Cliff Purtle is the state senator from Roswell, was involved in an affair just days before this session ended. So
Wait. I got to do it like Tom always does it. Alleged affairs, Tom. That was alleged.
So anyway,
it was alleged.
So the texter wants to know. So he only wants to use the radio when it's in his favor. What a typical politician says.
It was alleged.
Well, I'm hoping that.
And by the way, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he'll get settled with his wife. That's crazy. Hey, did y'all see where the Roswell police had to chase down a guy yesterday, and that he had shot 2 people? Yeah, Kevin reported on it earlier.
Yeah, we had that story this morning.
Yeah. And another
early.
Early. And there you go, B.
Well, wait. You sent in another text, and then you're gonna tease me?
Well, I saw it earlier, and I gotta confirm it before I report it. So I'll get something on it in a minute.
20 minutes away from 7 o'clock, 20 away from 7. White House is being torched over the Pentagon links as Biden condemns the Trump findings, and then same thing happens to him. And then now we discovered that the White House used their authority to have Mar-a-Lago raided, even though Trump's team was working with the archives. He had already sent them how many boxes? 11 boxes, 22 boxes. I don't remember the total. But he was sending them documents back as they requested them. So it's not like he's not working with them. It was all because the president said, you have to do this. So FBI, ponied up, saddled up, and went out there and raided the damn place with a morning raid. Why didn't they do the same thing to Joe Biden? They called ahead. Hey, we're going to be coming there. I mean, Hunter might want to get rid of the cocaine that's in the that's parked in the Corvette in the garage. Just saying, yes, we know it's there. We know it's there, but you might want to move that before we get there. They gave him a heads up before going. Just a tad bit double standards. A man accused of stealing a government SUV, causing a crash, and critically injuring another man and his daughter won't be going anywhere anytime soon. Federal court judge decided yesterday that John Bearden will stay locked up until his trial. Father and daughter injured in that crash are both responding to treatment and have a long road to recovery. GoFundMe has been set up for both of them, and this guy is not going anywhere. By the way, the daughter is 10 years old. Tennessee Democrat reinstated. And you know what gets me? Blasphemous.
Blasphemous?
They said the Democrat reinstatement is much like the resurrection. Really? You're going to invoke God rising in the same light? Whew. You Democrats are killing me. Serious. You are. Kevin McCarthy is coming to New Mexico. Congratulations. Yvette Harrell yesterday made a special announcement. Well, I mean, she's expected to make an announcement soon, and Kevin McCarthy will join her. And as per her Facebook page, I'm inviting you to join Kevin McCarthy and me in Las Cruces as we launched a new campaign to flip the district back. Former Alamogordo representative in District 2 lost that seat within, 1,000 votes.
Less than that, you're right.
To Gabe Vasquez, the progressive liberal who is up there voting the wrong way on everything. Not cool at all. Text line open, 643. Take it out the trash. Coming up next.
You know, to elaborate on Yvette, she was on our show about a month ago, on the phone, and that's when she officially announced, I'm going to run for District 2. So she actually made that announcement a month ago here on W105. And Dustin,
did you have Kevin McCarthy, Speaker of the House?
No.
Okay, enough.
But we had
enough.
Can
you just read the damn text? That's what I need you to do.
Dustin the Cavern's
Not
Army.
pat yourself on the back.
I am not. I said we. I didn't say I. And why do any of us care about somebody else's sexual activity? Says the texter. Half the people.
Like what sexual activity?
Well, I guess it's referring to the affair or alleged affair.
No, I will hold you to a higher light as a Republican legislator. I will hold you to a higher light. Now, Democrats, you want to screw around, you want to, have a swingers party, whatever. I get it. That's your platform. But the platform of the Republicans is family values.
Yes.
So you can't have it both ways. You want to run on that platform? We should hold you to that platform.
And the people here in Lee County are going to.
Well, that text was from Dustin at Cavern's Armory, and he went on to say, he said, why do any of us care about somebody else's sexual activity? Half of the people concerned about this are having affairs of their own.
I mean, look, I'm sure the guy that keeps sending that text in has his own reason for sending that text in. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. But I'm going to hold you to a higher light.
And the texter saying about Yvette, she lost because part of Lincoln County is no longer in that district.
Well, the gerrymandering, look, that's going to go to court. And I'm hoping the Republican Party does their job to overturn this. Supposedly, it is a drop in the bucket. It is a case that's so apparent that we can't lose. I'm hoping. I'm praying that's the case.
I hope so too, but I'm not as optimistic as you are, B.
Well, I'm not saying I said I hope. I didn't say I was. Yeah.
Hey, John from Eunice on the text line. Good morning, guys. You know, those leaks about the Ukraine are just another intentional way of undermining the credibility of the United States by the Biden administration. Those idiots act like they're so worried about lives being lost with guns in America, and they're fixing to get a whole lot of people killed over Ukraine or Taiwan.
Look, I'm with you. I think we're about to be in the world of hurt. I told the wife today, I said, we're cutting back. We are cutting back because the cockeye is about to hit the fan. Taiwan is about to be attacked, and America is going to get sucked in. And we're sitting here in the Philippines, right in the backyard. So I'm actually checking on seeing if I can get me some well, not me, get some arms, so to speak.
Ooh. I'll be coming back to America.
What do you think America's going to be attacked, Tom?
It's going to take some doing.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Louisville police say 5 dead after the suspect was linked to the Old National Bank location. So he was a disgruntled employee. He's a former employee? Connor Sturgeon is his name. Went in there and killed people. Sad. I'm just saying, I'd be willing to bet this guy was on some psychotropic drugs. He was on some mental illness drugs. That is, and if somebody wants to prove me wrong, I think there is a direct pattern to exactly that. We'll see at the end of the day if they'll ever. It's not the agenda, so they're not going to say anything. Democrats dealt another blow last week. They lost 1 Here we go again. Third lawmaker leaves the party and switches to Republican in a month. 3 lawmakers leave the party and switch. I know Louisiana had one that switched over. And here we go again with the Democrats dealt another blow to their own ranks this week as yet another state lawmaker declared they're leaving the party, according to the Morning Advocate newspaper in Baton Rouge. Representative Jerry Lacombe announced that he left the Democratic Party, registered as a Republican. Somebody left the North Carolina and the Democrat and came over to the Republican. So 3 in 1 month, more and more people are coming over. They just can't stand what their Democratic Party has become. Sad. Last week, a female security guard that was inside that National Institute migration building saved 15 migrants who were locked inside a cell. Remember when that fire took place? Anyway, she was awarded some type of award in Mexico as she saved 15 of the migrants. Tom, if you can help me with this, trial has been set for Alexis Avila, accused of throwing her newborn baby in the dumpster. Is that today the trial starts?
April 11th, B.
Well, what day do you think it is?
Which is today, by the way.
Her attorney filed a motion to change the venue. The judge denied that.
Yes.
Opening statements could start this morning at 9 a.m. You know the story. I'm not going to go into detail to give you the backstory, but she's been on house arrest, and she gave that baby no chance to live. Thank God somebody found the baby, and the baby is doing okay, living with the father of the baby.
Yes.
Who didn't even know he was the father of the baby. That trial is scheduled to last through Friday. Do you think it's only a week?
I think, and this is my prediction on it, I think she's going to make a plea today.
She's going to take a plea deal.
Yep.
Hopefully it's not a slap on the wrist.
I hope not.
That's all I could say. Morning show this morning being brought to you by WWRV, 3 RV parks and 1 quiet place to rest your head. It's for working folks. They've got 162 RV sites, 3 RV parks, 162 RV hookups, all coming with 30 and 50 amps, all coming with wired internet. Very well lit up. One price gets you everything. Yeah, all utilities, everything. Pet friendly, very well lit up. Wired internet, so if you stream movies and you're a gamer, when you get off of work, that's not going to be a problem. Website, WWRV3.com, 988-0392. Hit them up today. We'll talk about the Biden administration asking the Supreme Court, or asking the courts, to block the abortion pill that was shut down on Friday. We'll talk about that, and I'll give you an update on China, what they're saying on Chinese TV. We'll get to that. Text line 652, we are B and the Breakfast Club.
You know, the text is saying that people cannot trust a person that cheats on their spouse. If they can break that most important vows of marriage, they will have no problem with anything else, says the texter. And Tom A. asked the texter, what do you say when a tree gets taller? I don't know. Texter says, it's a tree. If a tree grows, what do you say when you get taller? It's a Negro, says the texter.
Tom.
Yeah, B.
Are you that?
And the texter says about the Avila case, it's a jury selection that starts in the Avila case today, says the texter. And they're going to give Alexis a slap on the wrist, says another texter.
They best not.
Wow. I apologize for that other text, B. It was inappropriate. My bad. And good job, Tom.
Right, taking that trash coming up next. HHS abortion drug. Secretary Mayorkas had this to say. Now, Mayorkas, why are you worried about the food? And somebody can help me. Homeland Security, HHS. Why is he worried about the abortion pill? You've got a buttload of problems on the southern border. Worry about that. But he was asked, do we have to listen to the court? Here's what he had to say.
But are you taking it off the table that you will recommend the FDA ignore a ban?
Everything is on the table. The president said that way back when the Dobbs decision came out. Every option is on the table.
So they don't care about the rule of law. All they care about doing what they want to do. That's it. So take that off the table. Please take it off. Take it out the trash. Being brought to you by Trash Eaters. 575-390-4549. Trash-eaters.com. And reminding you, they do residential pickup, but reminding you that the Lovington shelter, they're looking for volunteers to repair, clean the kennels, walk the animals, and they appreciate any donations that you might make. So get in touch with them directly, 575-552-3669. And when you make donations, they spay and neuter the animals and ship them off to a no-kill facility. A pastor ends up in jail on Easter again after arrested at another drag queen event. Canadian pastor who has been arrested 3 times during the past 5 weeks for protesting drag queen story events for children spent Easter weekend behind bars for allegedly hate speech. Reverend Derek Rimmer, 36 years old, arrested on an outstanding warrant last week for protesting near a drag story time event. According to the CBC, Canadian Broadcast Center, he faces 8 new counts, including criminal harassment, causing a disturbance, and breach of release conditions. Calgary Police confirms that the CBC that the charges are part of a hate-motivated crime, hate crime against a pastor protesting drag queens being around kids. He was arrested, and then he was arrested again, and then he was arrested again. He's actually said, I have no problem with people that are gay as long as this is not happening around kids. Once you involve kids, it takes it to another point. So, see what's happening in Canada? This is what they want to happen in America. That if you protest a transgender drag queen reading for the kids, that you could be charged with a hate crime? I'm taking out the trash. It wasn't even a hard shot. It went right in. 6:57, Tom. 6:57. News coming up. We'll keep you updated with all the news. We're going to qualify folks for cash and more still to come.
I'm not sure we can trust the defecting Democrats, says the text. Maybe they have a bigger plan to corrupt the Republican Party. Wow.
I'm not. I think most that are leaving the party are leaving the party with the right intention. They just can't. If you were a Democrat, could you live with that every day?
And Democrats only believe in God when they need a Republican vote. So it doesn't bother them to blaspheme God and the resurrection, says the texter.
Pretty sad.
Ooh. And another texter says, yeah, he is that dumb, says the texter. Me?
Is he talking about you?
I
or?
don't know. I think
yeah. Looks like the Biden administration asking the court to block the ruling that would make the abortion pill unavailable. So the Biden administration yesterday asked the U.S. Appeals Court to stop an April 7th order that would make the abortion pill unavailable nationwide, making the abortion pill unavailable and what it would do, that is a chemical abortion. And in the case out of, was it Abilene, Texas, the judge ruled that it severely harms women, harms women. And so we'll see where this goes. Well, this case will go before the Supreme Court, is what I do believe is going to happen. And we'll have to wait and see. I would think this goes all the way to Supreme Court, and I have no idea what the Supreme Court, when we put Kavanaugh there and all the other Republican conservative justices, we thought we had a shoe-in. But we have discovered that nothing is a shoe-in with those guys. U.S. Navy. Chinese TV posting up a lot of images. Now the U.S. Navy challenging Beijing in the Chinese Sea. And a Navy destroyer passed through the waters claimed by Beijing. It's not, the Chinese Sea is not theirs, but they claim that it's theirs. And a show of force that comes with the nation's military holding drills in Taiwan. And then we talk about we don't have the munitions to go to war. Why are we saying this? Why are we giving China more unless it's a fake? By the way, Apple has a 40% plunge in PC shipments. You know why? They're made in China. They're made in China. And what do you think these missiles use? Chips. Many of them made in China. Our medication, generic medication, 90+% of generic medication made in China. We have set ourselves up for a bad, bad fall when we became so dependent on China for goods, especially medicine that people can't live without. Pretty sad. All right, national anthem and the pledge on the way. Tom on the text, 877-396-W105.
The text says, I understand why the pastor is there protesting. I don't understand why the drag pervs want to read to the kids in the first place, says the texter.
Well, it's normalizing what they do. That's why.
Refreshing. So,
Russ, can you please help? Serious, because I'm struggling here. I'm
well, good job.
Struggling.
John,
it took me to 7 o'clock to say that I'm struggling.
John from Eunice said, "Good job, Tom. You're struggling through the last one. You actually pulled it off. You can do it, buddy. Slow down and concentrate." So there's good advice from John. And, well, Tom is no Morgan Wallen, so I guess he's about to be gone. I'm not sure who Morgan Wallen is, so I should probably
That's
Google.
The country star that, yelled inappropriate things.
I know. Okay, so now I guess it makes sense. And Tom, I can't believe you just called me that live on air. And that's from somebody.
I'm feeling it myself.
These are texts that came across again. My apologies for that. But let's go on, okay?
Anyway. The reason Biden let's go on. Move on. Please move on.
Let's move on.
Right. I'll go to my truck, get my ladder later. The reason Biden sold all the oil reserves to China is because he knew we were going to have a chance of going to war with them, and he just wanted to watch this country go to hell. I can't think of a whole lot of other reasons.
He wants us to burn. Did you see Hunter Biden at the damn Easter egg roll yesterday? Hunter Biden was there. He was on the ground looking for crack cocaine
and Parmesan cheese.
He was like, "Is that a rock right there? Oh my God!" No, Hunter, that's an egg. Okay?
And then, good morning, guys. Did you see the story of the Dalai Lama being a pedophile?
Yeah, I got that up next. Okay. I got that in the next break. The Dalai Lama. And there are people saying that it's not true. They got the video. I posted it up yesterday morning when we got out the air, and people were like, "Oh, that's not true." I'm like, "Did you see the video?" Go ahead, suck my tongue. You dirty bastard.
Suck my tongue?
Yeah, that's what he told the kid.
Man.
Yeah. So I'll get to that coming up this morning. Quick check of the weather: 83 and sunny, relatively no wind today. It's going to be gorgeous. 52 tonight, nice. 84 tomorrow and sunny skies, and then tomorrow night, 25-mile-an-hour gusts, 30-mile-an-hour winds coming up on Thursday. Most of that wind should be gone, they say, by Saturday. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store, Broadmoor Mall, Hobbs America, the largest selection of boots, steel-toe boots, and clothes to go to work in the patch. FR jeans, coveralls, shirts, everything you need, safety gear, hard hats, and more. And in the same store, they have furniture, appliances, and electronics. And they offer zero-down financing to help you out. And next door is Scrub Outfitters, right next to Rig Outfitters. And they have the largest selection of scrubs in 100 miles. Scrubs, that's what they sell. Scrubs, compression socks, shoes, medical equipment, but scrubs and lots of scrubs. For whatever reason, if they do not have the size you're looking for or the color you're looking for, let them know and they'll get it for you. They will. Scrub Outfitters, if you haven't heard about them and you work in the medical field, check them out inside the Broadmoor Mall. Scrub Outfitters and Rig Outfitters, find them in the Broadmoor Mall, Hobbs, New Mexico. Beautiful day. Enjoy it while you can. Some of the stories that we're working on for the next break. Buttigieg's husband makes a comment about Bud Light. Now, would it be appropriate to say husband or wife? Because I don't know. I don't know the way that works, but the story says husband. So I guess Pete's in charge. NASCAR driver arrested for felony assault. We'll talk about that. And the Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama, 87 years old, spiritual leader, has apologized for what he did. I'll get to that next. Sheriff Mark Lamb, well known in Arizona, makes a special announcement yesterday. I will get to that coming up. And got to talk about a customer who shot up an Albuquerque nightclub. A plea deal. And I'm gonna give you my 2 cents. Why Democrats really do not want to stop gun violence. I'll get to that coming up this morning. And a concrete plant in Alta this morning is on the way. They're looking at some of the books in their library.
Right.
We'll get to those stories and more coming this morning. Our number 877-396-W105. Tom, if you can read a couple texts without bringing us class action lawsuit, please go ahead.
The only reason why Hunter was there was to keep everybody in line. Since
Lenio maker.
Yeah. And Brian says, "Thank God we don't live in Ohio. The city would be on fire right now," says Brian. And he goes on to say, now that we have, thank God that we don't live in Ohio. The city would be on fire right now for what you said, Tom A. says, okay, I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to take it. B.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then there's another
609.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
There's another text says, I'm a Democrat and I do believe in God. And yes, we weren't trying to say that all Democrats don't believe in God. And
well, let me wait. Let me ask this much. So you're a Democrat, you believe in God. How can you support abortion at birth? How can you support everything? And I'm just asking, and I'm not being confrontational. How can you support the ungodly things that these people are pushing? I would love for you to comment. And look, I know the Democratic Party from 50 years ago was a lot different than these guys. A lot different. One more. One more time.
No. Oh,
go ahead.
My machine froze. I'm sorry.
And, okay, well, one then says, wow, Tom sucks. And then, come on, Tom, read them before you say them. And then we haven't had any.
I just happened to have brought it back in. I was feeling it. I got it right there in case I need it again.
Is it fully charged?
It is. It's fully charged. I got the whole battery for the entire show. So, morning show, by the way, this morning being brought to you by All American Cleaners, family owned and operated. Wash, dry, and fold your clothes, 17 pounds, $16.99. Find them, Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, Hobbs, Eunice, Now, and Jowl. They can dry clean your clothes, start you up, wash, dry, and fold your clothes. AllAmericanCleaners.net for more information. We got a lot of stories that we're working on this morning we'll get to. We'll check in with news, and we're going to qualify you in just a second for cash. You could be a winner like Jim Spence. You could also be a winner like Gustavo. Big winners from W105. And, by the way, Denise Davis, winner of that trip that we gave away to the Bahamas. Nobody gives away more cash and prizes than W105. Our national anthem and the pledge. Up next, we're KWMW, Malzamore, 105.1 FM, better known as W105. It's 7-11. National anthem and the pledge being brought to you by Rebecca Long. She's your Farmers Insurance agent. 19 years of age, she started her business with Farmers. 40-plus years later, she's still going strong. Find her at 226 West Vega, Hobbs, America, or pick up the phone and give her a call. 575-393-2661. You're looking for an agent that is there for you in times of emergencies. You've been in an accident. Your house has had hail damage. You need somebody that can walk you through the process. Sometimes you need somebody that can hold your hand and go to bat for you. That's Rebecca Long. She'd love to give you a quote for all of your insurance: home, auto, recreational vehicles, commercial insurance, life insurance, and more. 575-393-2661. Call Rebecca Long today. Proud sponsor of the National Anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance at 712 on W105.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose brush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? and the
God bless America. God bless you. This morning, Lord's Prayer being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From Ephesians this morning, be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as in Christ forgave you.
Hello, I'm here with my wife Dixie, and I'm Blaze Campanella with Judah Oil. We pray that as you go through your day, that you will see all the blessings you've been given. God said that He will prosper you and not harm you. See, in a world that is lost, God is there. Yes, in the most empty place, your most fearful circumstance, God is there. He will never leave you. Never forget, Jesus loves you. He really, really does. Please take a moment and pray the Lord's Prayer with us. God bless you. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
716. Check of the weather being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Handguns, rifles, shotguns. They got all the guns that you will ever need. Largest selection of guns in southeast New Mexico. They would love to chat with you. Go in there and talk to them. Tell them what you're looking for. If they don't have it, they can get it for you for sure. And if you've been thinking about possibly getting personal protection items, they would love to chat with you about that. 1907 North Main and Roswell. Don't forget, they're closed on Saturday, always open on Sunday. Check them out today. Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Windy weather back coming up tomorrow night into Thursday and Friday. They say by Saturday, possibly the wind is gone. Today, up to about 83. Should be sunny and very, very nice. 717. We'll get you updated with all the news. Stand by. Jim is coming up next. News being brought to you by the Ragsdale Law Firm, Luke Ragsdale. Reminding you that he settles the big cases. This guy has settled a huge case out in the Patch, $10 million case, $9 million medical malpractice case, settling car accidents, slip and falls, anything personal injury, he can take care of it. Been in that car accident, insurance company is not budging. You need somebody to move the insurance company. See, Luke Ragsdale knows the ins and outs, how to get the insurance to just give a little bit more. Give him a call, 575-208-5300, ragsdalelawfirm.com for more information. Gem and News up next. Right now, let's qualify some folks for cash on W105.
The Geo Group in Hobbs presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now. Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
I want it now.
Call in now to win. Local news brought to you by M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump Services in Lovington, owned, operated, and serving the community for over 30 years. Call 575-390-4446.
Make M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump of Lovington your domestic well specialist. Owner-operated with 30-plus years of experience, specializing in complete water systems for new home construction, domestic well drilling, as well as replacement wells and servicing all makes and models of water systems, including variable speed drive and constant water pressure systems. Call M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump today at 575-390-4446. That's M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump. Hometown quality you can depend on.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. Carlsbad Police looking for information regarding a shooting that occurred on Saturday. 2 individuals shot in the incident, one of them transported to a facility for medical care. The incident occurred in the 4600 block of Forest Drive in Carlsbad. Crime Stoppers offering a $4,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest regarding the case. Anyone with information, you're asked to send in an anonymous tip by going to EddyCountyCrimeStoppers.com. About 40 people attending a community meeting about planning for the UFO Festival. Hosts of major events along with local business owners and interested residents were there. The UFO Festival going to be held Friday, June 30th to Sunday, July 2nd, with many events at the Roswell Convention Center and as well as the heart of Roswell's downtown. Events at other locations throughout the city include having the Alien Chase 5K Walk and Run begin next to the Bremen Field. Artesia Police has issued a missing endangered advisory for a 13-year-old boy. New Mexico State Police sending out the advisory for Jonah Driver on Friday. He was reportedly last seen to the 2200 block of West Center Street in Artesia, April 5th. He's described as 6 feet 1 inch tall, 155 pounds, blue eyes, sandy-colored hair. When he was last seen, Driver wearing dark-colored jeans with holes, a dark green t-shirt, black and blue Vantana shoes. Anyone with information, you're asked to contact Artesia Police in this matter. That's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
This Eunice Cardinals update being brought to you by Guns Up Services, 2403 Avenue O, proudly supporting the Eunice Cardinals.
Guns Up Services, LLC of Eunice, supporting the community for over 13 years, wants to wish the Eunice Cardinals another winning year and are also encouraging everyone to show up in support of all Eunice sport. With oil field services that range from vacuum trucks, winch trucks, dump trucks, and backhoes, they have frac tanks, caliche, downhole chemicals, saltwater disposal, and freshwater sales. Guns Up Services, LLC, helping keep our oil field trucking. 2403 Avenue O, Eunice, or call at 575-399-2457. That's 575-399-2457. Go Cardinals!
The Eunice Cardinals found out a little bit about themselves in 3 games last week, where they lost 3-1 to Lovington, then dropped a doubleheader last Saturday to El Paso Leadership Academy East, 8-1 in Game 1, and were shut out in Game 2, 10-0. But the Cardinals are still a healthy 8-5 on the year. Now the real deal, as district play begins this week with a single game against Jow, and then a doubleheader against Loving in Loving on Saturday at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Coach, your team is the defending 2A state champion. How difficult will it be to repeat?
Guys that do this for a long time and they don't even get a chance to do it. You know, there's a lot of expectations in Eunice anyway. But, you know, the kids, they really take it to heart and you know, put in a lot of work to try to get back to it.
The defending champions won't be looking past Loving or a struggling Jow Panther team. The Cardinals can't afford to do that if they want to repeat.
This Eunice Cardinals update has been brought to you by Guns Up Services, 2403 Avenue O in Eunice, proudly serving the community for over 13 years. Go Cardinals!
The global demand for oil and natural gas is growing, and leaders are looking to American producers to satisfy that demand with the abundant resources available in our country. If you're passionate about keeping energy affordable for your neighbor and reliable for everyone, then it's time you consider a career in oil and natural gas. Coterra Energy is expanding their Permian team and is offering an unmatched employee benefits package. If you're interested in applying, text Coterra to 71441. That's COTERRA to 71441. Coterra Energy is an equal opportunity employer.
Tex-Mex Rentals and Services of Hobbs is hiring for vacuum trucks, pump trucks, and hot oilers. Must have a Class A CDL and be able to pass pre-employment drug screening. Tex-Mex Rentals and Services offers competitive pay, sign-on bonuses, paid time off, health benefits, and 401k. Apply in person today at Tex-Mex Rentals and Services. See Karina at 2604 Northwest County Road in Hobbs. Tex-Mex Rentals and Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Artesia Arts Council proudly presents Panto Company USA's brand new interactive family musical of The Jungle Book. In this fully produced musical, they bring to life Kipling's tales with great scenery, cool costumes, original modern songs, and more excitement than you can imagine. The Panto Company USA's interactive Jungle Book, Friday, April 14th at the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center in Artesia. Visit artesiaartscouncil.com for tickets and more information. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Knowledge, integrity, and trustworthiness are just part of what makes Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating the choice for your next HVAC job. With 15 plus years in business, Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating trains its techs with the requirements and standards of all the major ductless companies, servicing residential and commercial as well as industrial units for the patch. Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating is fully licensed, bonded, and insured in the state of New Mexico. They can even offer new technology like inverter-driven heat pump systems to upgrade old systems, and financing is available. Call 575-631-1999 to schedule your appointment today. That's 631-1999 for Roach Air Conditioning and Heating.
Here is your Liar Liar Pants on Fire update.
Guess what? 500 million people have watched what I've done out of my basement.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
The most annoying man in the history of planet Earth is on the air.
And good morning to you. Another day in paradise. Here's a mother that when phone scammers call, she puts the baby on the phone. She puts the toddler on the phone. Russ, do we have that problem at the station with scammers calling?
Oh, all the time.
Well, you can always just put Tom on the phone.
That's what we do.
They will never call back if that happens. Here's the toddler on the phone with the scammer.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hey, good
Are you
morning.
Miss Megan? Morgan?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you the owner?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Daddy has.
I can't understand what you are saying.
We can't understand you either. Oh, my Lord. That's a great idea. It really is. All right, things that happen on this date in history is on the way this morning, according to a brand new study. The way you dress when you go out to eat will influence the level of service that you receive. They forget we work in radio. I mean, really? And by the way, they believe that people that dress nicer will give bigger tips, which Tom is terrified to hear this. He's like, we're supposed to give away tips? I have no idea we're supposed to give away tips. And according to a brand new study, most people would rather spend money on their pet than their partner. Maybe it's just me, but I'd rather spend money on the one who doesn't crap on the carpet. I'll just leave it at that, okay? Yes, my wife will not crap on the carpet. I just thought I would specify that. It looks like Hillary Swank became a mom over the weekend. First time. She's 48 years old.
Wow.
And she did it with a big boom, a boy and a girl, twins. Congratulations, Hillary Swank. And the Seattle area, thieves cut a hole in a coffee shop and then broke into an Apple store and walked off with 400 iPhones. Wow. John Reagan, who played bass for the Rolling Stones, was Peter Frampton's bass guitarist back in the day. Passed away suddenly. He was 71 years old. He passed away. And The Resident has been canceled after season 6 on Fox. Must have not been that good. I've never heard anything. I have no idea. Nashville Metro Council voted to reinstate Justin Jones yesterday after he was expelled from the Tennessee House of Representatives. Meanwhile, Shelby County Board of Commissioners plan to vote tomorrow to reinstate Justin Pearson and the Memphis District 86. Both of those were expelled because of their activism inside the council chambers.
Did you just edit yourself from saying insurrection?
Well, I was gonna, but nobody died. Oh wait, nobody died at the. Oh wow. I guess maybe it's the same.
One unarmed Trump supporter.
Yeah, I was. Oh wow. Justice Department asking the Federal Appeals Court to ordered the halt of the Food and Drug Administration's approval of the abortion pill. They're calling for a higher court to overturn that. And you mentioned Morgan Wallen. He is #1 on the Billboard charts again. So congratulations. See, they canceled him out, but he came back stronger than ever. Thank you. Text line open 729, Tomas.
Hey, B, we've got an accident to report. Accident at the South Y on Canal in Carlsbad. It's all that southbound. Again, an accident at the South Y on Canal in Carlsbad southbound. This report being brought to you in part by
Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com if you need more information.
Hey, Charlie. Charlie this morning says, "Good morning, guys. Would you please congratulate my wife, Pam, for winning the prestigious Vitito Award in Excellence in Teaching yesterday."
And Charlie and Pam, close friends of mine, and Pam Acevedo, the most outstanding school teacher I know, period.
That's awesome.
Kudos.
That is awesome. Congratulations, Pam. Congratulations. Great job. Ruidoso School Board holding a discussion about some of the controversial books that might be in their library. So the Battle of New Mexico School District Monday night over controversial books inside the school. See, it happens not too far from home. The Ruidoso School Board was tipped off by a parent who was concerned about the contents inside a book.
Right.
One parent who spoke with KRQE said removing books poses a threat to student rights. Since when do students pay taxes? Yeah, they're not for book banning. Well, what if the book is about how to build a bomb? You're okay with that? Or maybe, I don't know how to make methamphetamine. Or maybe make your own batch of fentanyl. You'd be okay with that, right? Look, I understand it's slippery slope, but if there are inappropriate books in the library, they should be removed. There was a packed house at the Ruidoso School Board District board meeting last night. Parents had been and citizens shared opinions about removing books from the school. A parent told News 13 the controversy started when parents contacted the school over LGBTQ books in the library. Some parents at Monday's meeting said the books were subject to minors and were inappropriate for minors. Is this part of the indoctrination of kids? I mean, if a kid wants to do their research, believe me, they can do it. They've got that cell phone in their hands or a computer. School board said the discussion was not about banning books, but rather discussing the process of how books end up in their schools. They mentioned they follow the New Mexico School Board Association policies. We know about that School Board Association. Remember, we had that clip from one of the trainers from the school board. Yeah, talking about how to slip this in, and parents have no rights once you drop your kids off at school. Yeah, so thank you. We know about the school board. There's a process for anyone who finds a book that's inappropriate. They can file a complaint, and then they will review it. You know what needs to be? Some of these books, parents, what you need to do is you need to go to the school board meeting and read them out loud. Take your 5 minutes and read parts of the book out loud. And after it turns their toes and they go, well, that's not appropriate. Well, it's appropriate for my middle-aged student, my 12-year-old to read. So I would think it would be okay for us adults. See, that's the best way to handle that. Make them embarrassed. That's the way, that will get their attention. That's the best way to get their attention. Pete Buttigieg's husband, and we had this discussion, Tom, how do you know who's the husband and who's the wife in same-sex marriages?
Well, if the guy, what we've seen in the news is the guy, you call him a husband.
Yeah, but they're both guys.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering which one is the wife and which one is the husband. Now, Pete did use the Bressinator, so that tends to make me think he's the wife. But in this case, it said Pete Buttigieg's husband. So I'm asking this question because I do not know.
I think it's.
But Pete did use the Bressinator. That well, I guess maybe the husband did too.
This is where you say we have a phone call.
Oh.
Well, let me I got to finish the story.
Go ahead.
I started the story with Pete. We'll go to the phone call. Pete Buttigieg's husband asked Bud Light boycotters if they plan to protest water after transgender controversy. Water protests. Water.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said transgenders drink water too. Are y'all going to ban that?
So, Democrats love the boycott. They love to protest, but they don't seem to like it when Republicans do it. They're not. Water is free. Water is everywhere in most cases. You can go drink from a pond right now. It's free. So if somebody wants to protest a product over the whole thing about a faux pas woman who earlier today we played the clip about them giving away tampons because they weren't using all of them. I'll say it again. You can live your life whatever way you want. I will not say anything. But don't ask me to be part of your delusion. Sorry. All right, phone call 736. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from this morning?
Calling from the batch this morning. I can barely hear you guys on y'all end, and I have y'all cranked all the way up.
Where you at, buddy? In the
out here in the batch.
Whereabouts?
Yeah. Hey, out here towards Malaga area.
Okay.
Not Malaga, sorry, Mount Jamar area. Sorry. Hey, I was just thinking about something. It's funny because we have ratings for movies, right? PG, G, R, PG-13. And those ratings are put there so this way you can limit what your children are allowed to see and enter those movies, right? Mm-hmm. Even if you're a kid and you're in a store and you're by the magazine section, you can't buy that magazine that comes in the plastic bag with the black label over it because it's for adults only, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So we have all these rating systems for everything else, but the school system doesn't have a rating system for their books in their library because there's a lot of books that are mature audience only, a lot of smut out there. And it's funny that we would put rating systems on everything, but what we want to introduce to our kids in the school doesn't see it fit to put a rating system on there to let their parents know, hey, by the way, these books that they're checking out right now, these have very sexual, explicit scenes talking about sucking this and blowing that. And,
Yeah. I mean, did you see the guy that went to the school board meeting and read from the book about how to do the guys being with the guy? I mean, and he read it and they were outraged. And he said, well, this is what you're giving to my kids to read. And I'll say it again. If kids are curious, believe me, they could find that on the internet. It doesn't need to be in the libraries. Does not need to be in the libraries. Sad but true. Hey, appreciate you, Chip. We'll see if we can crank it up for you a little bit. NASCAR driver Cody Ware arrested on a felony assault charge in North Carolina. Tom, you know anything about this? The
No,
arrest was
I wonder what
felony
he was
assault.
busted for. Domestic
I
violence?
just
or what?
asked you. Just say no, I don't know anything about it. Ware, 27, taken into custody by the Sheriff's Department about 10:30 a.m., charged with a felony assault, strangulation, inflicted serious injury
on
a female. He was released on a $3,000 bond. By the way, NASCAR officials have suspended him, and he is not going to be racing this Sunday for sure. Dalai Lama apologizes for the video where he asked a boy to suck his tongue. What a weird world that we live in. The Dalai Lama, the Tibetan 87-year-old spiritual leader, apologized on Monday for the footage. It's on video, by God, where he asked a little boy to suck his tongue at a public event. Clip is circulated and shows the recent meeting between the little boy and the holiness of the Dalai Lama. And they embraced in a hug, and that's when he, by the way, that thing has been seen 19 million times. 19 million times. Unbelievable. Boob of the day coming up in a second. Things that happened on this date in history. Looks like Oscar Valdez, the man who shot up Albuquerque nightclub before people stepped in and took his gun away, is being held in a plea deal. He's taken a plea deal. Video shows Valdez firing shots in the air at the Leo nightclub in North Valley after 3 women got in the fight. Bargeros stepped in and pistol whipped him. Both he and the gunman were shot in the arm during the fight. And, DJ wrestled the gun away from the shooter. So this happened in the parking lot. Looks like he's taking a plea deal. So, Democrats can yell and scream about they want to take your guns away and this and that. But when an idiot uses a gun to do something stupid, you give them a plea deal. That tells me you're not really serious about gun control. It's just another yelling point of yours. That's it. Great sheriff in Arizona on the border, Mark Lamb, who recently lost his son to fentanyl. Filed paperwork. He's running for Senate in 2024. Filed his papers with the Election Commission. Mark Lamb, been for a long, long time in law enforcement, is going to challenge incumbent independent Kristen Sinema if she chooses to run for re-election. We'll see if she does. But Mark Lamb, I think, very popular, very vocal. And now that his son died from fentanyl, you can count on it. He is going to be, if he wins, he'll be in Washington, D.C., banging the gun to shut that damn border down for sure. All right, we're going to give you a chance to qualify for cash. Tom, text line is open. We're going to get you updated with things that happened on this date in history. Boob of the day and more coming up next.
Text says, it's not the fact that Bud Light is supporting the LGBTQers. It's the fact that they're shoving it right down our throat, says the texter.
And you know what? There's such a thing about knowing your audience, knowing who are your supporters. Look, I know who our supporters are. The people that listen to this show are some red-blooded, gun-owning son of a guns. They're conservatives. Budweiser evidently doesn't know who buys their product, even though they pay people to do that research. Somebody just didn't listen.
But
Continue, Tom.
But our audience. From Todd, we as Americans need to pray against the devilish ways of our schools and our government.
And Chip goes on to say, I guess that the Dalai Lama and the Catholic priest have a lot more common than we thought.
Maybe.
And whatever happened to the American way of doing what we want, because you're free to do so without needing to validate what you're doing by forcing everyone around you to accept it. It's basic human nature. When someone knows their actions are wrong, they try to get other people to validate your actions by getting other people to agree with you. That is a fact of human nature. And then already back a long ways back when other things was going on, the frame used the word Nazis. When the Nazis,
Joe, how about age appropriate?
And when Nazis,
I mean, if you want to go read about how you can perform with another man, you go read it. I don't want a 12-year-old reading it at school. Believe me, they could find all kinds of stuff on the internet on their own if that's what they choose. Why are we putting thoughts into their heads that they're not ready for?
And before you make the weak comparison to Nazis, when the Nazi book burnings were going on, they were burning the Bible. They were burning books that weren't okayed by their regime. You know, Catcher in the Rye, the Bible, and so forth.
And nobody's destroying those books. If you want to go buy them, go buy them. What they're saying, they're not appropriate for kids. I don't know why this push on kids is so important to you sick son of a guns.
Grooming. Grooming,
yeah,
trying to increase that number of gays and transes in our society. That's the whole purpose, so they'll have more partners. That's the veil. Anyway.
I guess. All right, things that happened on this date in history being brought to you by Trinidad, New Mexico. Get your CDL in 1 week, 96% passing rate in 1 week. How do they do it? One-on-one training. More time behind the wheel. And that one-on-one training really makes the difference. Look, these guys got 25 years of training and staff development. They know what to teach you to get you ready to pass the course. They'll show you how to pass the skills test, the CDL inspection, and the driving test. When you go in there to take that test, you've got more time behind the wheel than in some cases, folks that have gone to 2 weeks to a month of training. They're based in Roswell. Save $100 when you mention Be in the Breakfast Club. Just mention proudly, Be in the Breakfast Club, $100. So 575-840-9555. Train in New Mexico. Get your CDL in 1 week. Napoleon Bonaparte. Yeah. He was sent to the Isle of Elba in 1840. Wow. Poor guy. Went to island. Man. I mean, if I'm banished, that's where I want to go as an island. President McKinley asked Congress to declare war against Spain in 1898. Iowa became a first state to impose a cigarette tax in 1921. Tax them if they got them. Previously unthinkable happened when Jackie Robinson became the first African-American player in Major League Baseball. 1947 was the year. I think I saw that movie. General Douglas MacArthur was relieved from command in Korea in 1951. President Harry Truman removed him for not following orders. Paul McCartney announced he would no longer record with John Lennon in 1970.
Wow.
John said, "Get back. I do not want to hold your hand." Scientists announced that they have measured the exact distance to the moon in 1985. That was a long measuring tape, Tom. Ozzy Osbourne announced he would like to tour the world's insane asylums in 1988. Today is Living Donor Day. National Submarine Day, National Cheese Fondue Day, National Pet Day, National Siblings Day, and others. Singer Joss Stone is 36 years old. Louis Lasser from Mary Hart is 84.
Oh.
Joel Gray is still kicking. He's 91. Joel Gray, best known for?
The movie, it was called, his daughter is Jennifer Gray, by the way.
Thank you. It was the Cabaret, the musical.
Cabaret, right.
I thought you would have it. Robert Kennedy's widow, Ethel, turns 95. She's still alive.
Really? Wow.
And kicking. And, of course, the younger Kennedy is now running for president of the United States. Does America need another Kennedy? A Kennedy's got to be better than a Biden if we, if it comes to that.
Now, that Kennedy...
Trump would be much better.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, a Trump would be much better.
That Kennedy coming out of Louisiana, is he related to that family? No.
Yes, Tom. Yeah. All Kennedys are related.
Not wondering.
Yeah, they're all related. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Well, politics ties them together. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, they're related. I think they graduated school together at different schools. I could be mistaken.
Okay.
I could be mistaken. Text line, wrap it up. Boob of the day coming up next. Got a couple more stories to get to. 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We're W105.
The text is asking, whatever happened to the American way of doing what you want because you're free to do so without needing to validate what you're doing by forcing everyone.
That.
What's that?
Yeah, you did that one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Am I the only one that can remember stuff?
No, I just didn't see it. And what about the guy? What's that be? What about the guy, asked the texter, who molested that 8-year-old girl and got only 5-year probation and doesn't have to register as a sex offender?
I tell you what, there's a lot of messed up with that. I had that story last Friday. Yeah. I want my kids to be proud of me.
Another thing about those books, asked Patrick, is that they're on display around the library to where kids don't even have to look for them. Says
Right.
Patrick this morning.
The book of the week.
I'll make sure they're featured. And then from another text, and I really like this one, I've got my CDL. I got it through Train It New Mexico. Good teacher, very friendly, passed.
There you go. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Roadrunner Grill, serving up breakfast right now. Be looking for their food truck. Man, they've got some awesome food. If you're in the patch, they're hanging out pretty much right now around Navajo, but Roadrunner Grill food truck, be looking for that. They do cater, and they can prepare meals for everybody in the office or on location. Give them a call. 575-748-3324. Call them today. Roadrunner Grill. From time to time, they bring in the seafood, and they have the seafood buffet. I'll let you know next time they're going to do that. If you want them to cater, or if you want to call in advance and have meals for everybody on location, 575-748-3324. Give them a call today. Boob of the day coming up next.
And B, how
looks like
go
ahead, Tom.
All right, so this texter's asking.
Usually I throw it to you when I'm ready for it.
Hey, how can we get updates on the Alexis trial? Asked one of the texters.
I'm sure tomorrow morning we'll have information, but it's not like they release a lot of that information as far as play-by-play.
No, jury selection is scheduled for today. That's what we know so far, but I predict this earlier in the show. It ain't going to go that far. I think they're going to plead this thing out today.
I think it'd take a plea.
Yeah.
So
this trial's way too hot, and B, she's going to get 18 months if she does. That's what I predict.
Wow, 18 months for a kid that's going to go on and live a long life. Not any help from her. Looks like there's controversy in Alto, which is up there close to Ruidoso.
Yes.
So, Tom, they want to build a cement plant.
Yes.
And some of the residents in hoity-toity Alto are very upset.
Oh, they don't want it there.
So, how far is it off from these residents?
It's about 3 miles, if that.
3 miles is a long way.
Yeah.
So what is the concern?
Well, property values, number one. They don't want some factory like that in their backyard. And then also they're concerned about pollution. I mean, what's going to be left over? Is it going to be, any environmental dangers? So they're looking at the whole spectrum of things. Most of all, they don't want it. They don't want it.
Has appealed the recommendation, and so we'll wait and see how this thing's going to play out. But I get what the folks in Alto are saying.
Yeah.
Beautiful area. They don't want it. But at the same time, construction, they need concrete.
Yep.
These guys, where else are you going to put it?
Well,
I guess
they've got one over there by the asphalt plant. That's up on right there by one of the.
Well, this thing about
places.
private business, man. I'm Tom. I mean, I know it's hard to figure out, but this private business thing where people want to be able to compete. I don't know. I'm kind of down with capitalism. 7:55. Let's get to the boob of the day. Being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. They've got years upon years upon years of experience in functional medicine. Natural supplements, stem cell therapy, ozone therapy, hormonal optimization. The list goes on and on and on. It all begins with a blood draw. They do have a lab right there. You can have your blood work done somewhere else and bring the report to them, or have the lab send it to them. But they'd really like to do a deep dive into your blood, find out exactly what is going on, see where you're deficient. And when I say a deep dive into your blood, they're going to look for things that no other doctor has ever looked for. If you're going in there for testosterone, guys, it all starts with blood work. I know a lot of guys have gone in there and said, well, I just want it. Well, you need your blood work done so we can see where your testosterone is, so we know where to start you off. And so that's the way that goes. And once you're regulated, you won't have to go back and get it for 6 months to a year. So go talk to Kelly Pfeiffer today about testosterone. Ladies, if you're having problems with your hormones and maybe going through menopause, and the crazy thing is, I've had guys, husbands, that called about their wives. Tell me about this. So get in touch with Desert Functional, 3900 North Lovington Highway. Get your life back. 3900 North Lovington Highway. Follow them on Facebook. Follow them on the web, thedesertfma.com for more information. Proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
Well, if you're going to steal something that requires assembly, it's probably a good idea to wait until you're away from the crime scene before you start trying to put it together, especially if what you stole is your getaway vehicle. A 28-year-old man in Florida was arrested last week after shoplifting a $540 Razor electric scooter from Target. Surveillance footage shows the man going into the Target around noon on Monday, putting the scooter in a cart, rolling it outside without paying for it. Employees saw him and called the police. Well, when the cops showed up, the man was still on the sidewalk outside the store assembling the scooter. He didn't have a car, so he apparently wanted to put the scooter together and then make a getaway. The man was arrested for shoplifting and possession of drug paraphernalia. You'd never guessed. He reportedly told police that he was homeless and grabbed a scooter because he needed a way to get around. And the sadder part is, even if he got it put together, he couldn't have gotten away because the battery doesn't come charged. There you go. You're the boob of the day.
2 minutes away from the hour of 8, KWMW, Malchamore 105.1 FM. Still to come, we'll talk about a man wanted for stealing from a self-checkout lane when his gun dropped out of his his pants. Rob Gronkowski says that he is no chance he's coming back to football. And Tom, one of your favorite bands, had the lead guitarist die. I'll talk about that. Democrats fuming over the GOP setting the crime hearing. Where else would you set it but Manhattan? They're upset. Yeah, Alvin doesn't have time for that. And FBI active shooter. Well, FBI is saying the active shooter at a resort in Santa Ana, Puebla, turned out to be a hoax. We'll tell you about that. And the GOP is moving to save women's sports. We'll explain what that's about. And a mom arrested in New Mexico following the death of her 7-month-old daughter. We'll get to those stories coming up next break. 752 KWMW, Maljamar 105.1 FM, better known as W105. Be on the Breakfast Club. We're on the air. We'll be on the air this morning. Tom, extended version, no extended version?
No, we're just straight through the show.
Straight through, 9:30, we'll be on the air. So extended version from this point on, now just on Friday, correct?
Yep, and on Friday, we'll have Lee County Sheriff Corey Hilton as our guest at 9:06.
All right, straight up 8 o'clock, we're going to take a break, keep you updated with everything going on. News this morning being brought to you by Maine Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Maine Trailer Sales. They've got inventory, new and pre-owned. You can check it out, every one of their units on the website at MadeTrailerSalesInc.com. If you're working and in the patch, living in a hotel, you might want to take that per diem and put it towards a fifth wheel. Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, let the per diem pay for it. End of the day, it's yours, and the per diem paid for it. MadeTrailerSalesInc.com, 575-622-1751. Call my buddy David today. 65 years in the business, service after the sale. Great place to do business with. MadeTrailerSalesInc.com. 8:01, taking a break. We're coming right back. We're being the Breakfast Club on W105.
The Geo Group in Hobbs presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now. Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money. I want it now.
Call in now to win.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The U.S. and Philippines holding their largest war drills in decades near disputed waters. Fox's Jonathan Savage in London.
The disputed South China Sea and the Taiwan Strait are the locations, and more than 17,500 military personnel are involved. Warships, fighter jets, missiles, and anti-tank weapons all being put to the test.
In a live fire drill, the Allies will stage. For the first time, U.S. and Filipino forces will sink a target ship in the Philippine territorial waters later this month. 5 are dead, plus the shooter from the bank massacre in Louisville Monday morning. Police officer Nick Wilt is fighting for his life, shot in the head as he rushed the gunman. Cops say the 26-year-old rookie graduated from the police academy on March 31st. The president spoke by phone last night to Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear about the tragedy. That from the White House. America's listening to Fox News.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so mad? I just want to play hopscotch across molten lava. Me and my old lady walking around the lake down at the park the other day. Some bonehead come running past us like he was some kind of Olympic athlete or something. Anyhow, he goes up a ways and he bends over and grabs his knees and sucking air. Well, we finally get up to this bozo and he stands up and he announces 5 miles. And I go, nice job. But if you took a truck, your face wouldn't be so purple. And then I seen he was wearing a T-shirt, had a picture of shoes on it, with the words, West Side Running Club. I go, hey, buddy, what's this West Side Running Club? He goes, that's a club for runners. Guys get together and they run. It does not come as a total surprise I have never heard of this club. Because, I mean, you know my rule. If you want to see me running, you're probably going to see somebody chasing me. I mean, I can think of 100 reasons guys should get together. I mean, getting together to run, though, that ain't one of them. There's bowling and fishing and drinking, Super Bowl, bachelor parties, horseshoe. No, not running, though. And I mean this as no offense to you jerk burger physical fitness weenie freaks out there, but running is stupid. The only people ever need to run is professional athletes or purse snatchers. Rest of us, we get by with a spirited walk. I remember one time this guy I worked with, he said he's going to start running. First day, he run like 100 yards. After a month, he's running half a mile. He started getting better. Started dropping weight, said he felt better. Started looking chiseled, kind of lean. Then he was running 2 miles a day. And then he got in them 5K races. And then he got hit by a bus, running too far out in the street. Wake up, America! Yeah, he was a good runner, but you can't outrun a bus. I think he must be in the Angels running club now. I wonder if the Lord gave him a T-shirt. I'm Earl Pitts Americans.
Get ready for the grand opening celebration at your new local Planet Fitness gym in Carlsbad. Wednesday, April 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. Step into the judgment-free zone. Meet their friendly staff and check out their clean and spacious environment. Enter to win a free TV or a 1-year Black Card membership. Get Planet Fitness swag, free food, and so much more. Get your membership today for as low as $10 a month or see their special new membership promotional offers on April 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. at Planet Fitness, 2515 West Pierce in Carlsbad.
Transform into bees, bats, and butterflies and get your game on in the vibrant world of amazing pollinators at the Western Heritage Museum and Lee County Cowboy Hall of Fame. This bilingual, interactive exhibit features a maze, survival missions, games, and more. Amazing Pollinators is on display until May 14th at the Western Heritage Museum and Lee County Cowboy Hall of Fame on the campus of New Mexico Junior College.
When a home gets destroyed, it can be devastating. All you want is your home back the way it was before. With guaranteed replacement cost, if your home has to be rebuilt, Farmers will pay the full cost regardless of your limits. It's just one of the many Farmers policy perks. Call Herschel Ruston Hayes at 575-396-0513 to learn more or get a quote.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
The DO Group at Lee County Correctional Facility has recently increased their base pay and is now offering a $1,000 sign-on bonus paid after 90 days of employment and another $1,000 bonus paid upon officer certification. The DO Group is looking for mental health providers, academic instructors, substance abuse counselors, and officers. You can apply online at jobs.geogroup.com. Call 575-392-4055. GEO Group is an equal opportunity employer.
And the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Facebook live video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
Any questions?
No. Another day in paradise, 8:08. We'll qualify more people. We'll give you one more chance during the morning show. Be listening throughout the day to qualify for cash. You want to win cash? We'll give you the opportunity all week long, and then we'll give the cash away on Friday. FAA is calling for a inspection of all Boeing 787 jets. Those are usually the only thing leaking. That the pilots, after they drink a lot the night before and flying the plane. So, of course, a lot of electronics in the so leaky faucet is a real hazard. So, probably the only thing bigger hazard than that would be the the meals on the plane. Believe me, I know about those. There was a solar eclipse in the United States, April 8th, which means that most of the U.S. was totally in the dark, just like the president, totally in the dark. And for my money, nobody can keep you in the dark like the World Health Organization. So it was probably their eclipse. And new housing development in Arizona is what they call the cul-de-sac Tempe, and it is a car-free neighborhood. First ever in the United States. No personal vehicles are allowed. The best you can do is Lyft or car sharing. No electric vehicles. Nothing. Car free. You better get a bus pass or a Lyft or an Uber because no cars are allowed. No motorcycles, nothing. Who's moving in this place?
Well, how do they get their deliveries?
There you go. Yeah, that's going to be a big problem. And a big push around America. You know, shortage of eggs for Easter is not cool. So a lot of people were dyeing potatoes. And putting them out. Potatoes? Really? Crazy. Text line open. Up next, we'll talk about a guy using the self-checkout and was stealing. When confronted, something happened that's not cool. We'll talk about that up next, Tom.
All right, so the texter says, good morning. What happened with the Trump court case? Well, he was indicted last week, and now the next court hearing is going to be in December of this year. So
we got a long time before anything happens.
Yeah, a long time. And another texter says on the trial that starts today for Alexis, she'll probably get a 10-year probation, says the texter. I predict she's going to get a slap on the wrist. So we'll see in that court case today. I'll try to get more information from that from the court later on today and hand it off to Jim. Maybe I'll have more on that. And did y'all say that the extended version where y'all talk to someone is only going to be on Fridays now? Ask the texter.
Well, we had so many complaints about having the same guest over and over.
But it wasn't. I checked my calendar.
Hey, I'm not gonna debate. I'm not gonna debate it, Tom. I'm just saying there were so many complaints.
Well, when do we listen to the listeners about that stuff? Because most of them like to hate anyway. Okay, those interviews.
Wow.
Of all the interviews that I had, maybe.
So don't listen to the consumer.
No, we do. But
thank you very much, Budweiser. Thank you.
But what I'm saying, B, is that I checked my calendar. The only one that had 4 more appearances on the show was Randy Pettigrew. And I mentioned it in January. We're going to have those guys on the show because of the state legislature session.
By the way, just let me tell you.
Yeah.
My wife would like to thank you.
For what?
For our love life going to hell. Because now I got to stay in here another half an hour. And by the time I get to bed, she's already sleeping. So thank you very much for screwing that up, too.
Well, okay. Anyway, you weren't doing nothing anyway. Were you?
Thank you very much for screwing that up, too. Appreciate you so much.
And the texter says,
get to the damn text.
Texter says, yeah, Tom A. Does need a slap in the face with a sledgehammer, says one of the texters. I don't think so. Another texter says, I wouldn't want a concrete plant in my town either, says the texter.
Very good.
So
very good. Very well done.
Right.
That's not what that text says, but very well done.
I substituted for something else. And there's an island off San Diego called Catalina that doesn't allow cars.
Well, I mean, getting the cars to the island, might be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, we work with somebody who grew up on Catalina Island. Her dad was a former football player for the Eagles back in the day, and bought Catalina Island, ran the largest hotel there, and was, sound like a pretty cool place to grow up.
And one more text says, still no mayor of Eunice. Well, the current mayor is Billy Hobbs, unless he stepped down recently, but I'll check that out, though. B.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate you. Ohio man wanted for stealing from Kroger at the self-checkout dropped his handgun on the way out. Yeah, security was called. By that time, he had bolted. He dropped the handgun. The man grabbed the gun and fled. Into the parking lot, he is identified as a 6'1" or 6'2" guy, 190 to 200 pounds with shoulder-length braids. That's all the information they know. You know what? Never try to stop a guy that's stealing groceries. I'm just saying. Isn't that the rule? You don't stop somebody that's stealing groceries? Hell, I know in a lot of cases, like at Walmart, they don't try to stop you when you're leaving the store. Theft what's it called? Theft prevention is told not to stop anybody. You want to steal that 75-inch TV? You walk out, nobody's going to stop you. They don't want the lawsuits. Longtime ABBA guitarist Lassie Welder, 70 years old, passed away.
Oh.
Of course, ABBA best known for Mamma Mia, best known for... Tom, go ahead. Give me some of the names.
Can't think of them off the top of my head.
Oh, come on.
But your band, you said that was one of your
You can't
favorite.
come up with ABBA stuff?
Fernando.
There you go.
How about that one?
Dancing Queen.
Oh, my Lord.
Right.
Rob Gronkowski says that no chance that he's returning to football, having too much fun not playing. I don't blame the guy. The beating up that you get, and he was super, super smart. You know, he never spent his salary. He only spent his endorsement money.
That's what I know.
So he pocketed all his money.
Millions.
In the NFL. And, why is he going to, he's got millions and millions of dollars. No need
to
play ball.
Yeah. I predict now, Tom Brady is now part owner of the Aces of the WNBA in Las Vegas.
All right, here we go.
All right. Now, guess who owns them? The guy who owns the Las Vegas Raiders. I think if Garoppolo doesn't do well, I think Tom's coming back. That's my take on it. Wait, what else does he got to do, guys? Right?
I'm going to tell you what I would be doing.
A never-ending line of groupies. That's what he has to do.
Thank you. Think me and Russ think alike. Bunch of dirty old men. Democrats fuming over the GOP setting up the crime hearing and no other place, New York City, the safest big city in America. New York Democrats raging over the House Judiciary Committees. Republicans announcing Monday they're scheduled a official committee hearing next week in New York City to focus on victims of violent crime in Manhattan because Alvin Bragg is too busy going against Donald Trump in a case that he really doesn't have jurisdiction over. A case that's over 7 years old. And in the meantime, this dog has left 72% of felony violent criminals out of jail. And they went on to commit other crimes, a great majority of them. So why wouldn't we go to the Big Apple? Oh, this is going to be fun. Democrats are outraged. Active shooter. Dozens of law enforcement swarmed the Hyatt Hotel at the, hopefully I pronounce this right, is it Tamia Resort in Santa Ana, Puebla, outside of Rio Rancho?
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out that the whole thing was a hoax. That happened yesterday. And the GOP moves to save women's sports. A bill backed by Riley Gaines heads to the House for a vote. House Republicans setting the vote to save women's sports. And the whole point is that biological males will stay out of female athletics. I don't know if you saw, what's her name, Megan Rapaport came out, the soccer player, against this bill. But Kevin McCarthy and the House has come out very strong against biological men competing against women on an unfair playing field. Say what you want. Men are stronger and faster than men.
It's the DNA.
It is what it is.
Right.
We are built different, and science says that we're built different. So remember during COVID, everything was about follow the science?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's follow the damn science.
Right.
Why are we messing around? All right, our number 877-396-W105. Tom in charge of the texts. Up next, we'll talk about a mom arrested, finally, charged with the death of her 7-month-old daughter nearly a year later. She'd been walking the streets. Finally, she's arrested. We'll get to that coming up in just a sec.
Hey, Jeremy from Lovington says, that's a lie, babe, because anytime I try to walk out without showing my receipt, I feel like the whole store comes after me. Even though I pay, I just, go right past them, says Jeremy. Yeah. But if the bigger items that you have, the more they're going to ask for that receipt.
No, it's that natural criminal look that Jeremy has about him. It causes him most problems.
Is that what it was? Hey, text is asking, why don't we do an extra 30 minutes of Tradio, says the text.
I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole.
Bite your
I'm
tongue.
just not going to go down that rabbit hole.
No.
Huh. This is a sarcastic one, but Billy Hobbs.
I mean, maybe one time a week that would work, but maybe I'm faster than Russ because I've hosted Tradio, and towards the end, we're not filling up the, So, Russ, do you think you could handle another 30 minutes?
It's all according to how I wanted to do the show. I have a tendency to repeat back the numbers and stuff because people are trying to write them down because.
You're right about that because I ain't repeating the numbers. You got it, damn it.
Right. Otherwise, you got to answer a half an hour of phone calls after the show going, what's the number 2? So, anyway. But no, I think we'll be better with all of us just trying to add more content to the show. We'll be fine.
Hey, Jeremy from Lovington says, Russ is right. Or he said a dirty word before it, but yeah, Russ is right.
No, it was Jeremy making a comment when I said it was his natural criminal look. It caused him his problems.
And did you guys see the MMA fighter who was a man, but fighting as a woman, he broke a real woman's face with a knee hit? Ask the text.
Well, I mean,
what do you think is going to happen?
I expect so.
Yeah. Yeah, even though I'm 280, all right?
I know women that are 140 that would whip your ass.
But I would never hit them because I knock them out. My DNA would knock them out.
Dude, I've seen the way that you throw the ball and stand up right now. Let's throw a punch. Go ahead.
Throw a punch.
I want you to stand up and I want you to throw.
Oh, boy.
I want you to throw a jab. Go ahead, stand up and throw a jab. I want to see you throw a jab. Go ahead.
You want to see my martial arts jab or my regular jab?
Just can you throw a jab? I want to hear. Just throw a jab. I'm watching right now.
There you go. That's my martial arts jab.
So
and you're going to
fast,
knock somebody out with that?
I didn't even see it. It was so fast.
I know it's so fast.
I mean, it was.
Or I could do the boxing jab. Are you ready, B? Huh! B, he's down. He's down. He's not going to get up.
For one, that's not a jab. That was your backhand you threw with. By the way, one of the texters pointed out wouldn't be your DNA that would knock her out, would be your BO that would knock her out. Different.
I wouldn't argue with that. The things you make me do around here, man.
Oh, you're the one that said it. Nobody made you say anything. You're the one that's.
B, does it not? I'm just reading it the way it's written, and I think part of this is a misprint. But it says, B, does it knock out anything about the dinner plates? There's so many women that I know for a fact would break his face. So.
Oh. But it's such a face that it looks like it's been broken already. Just saying, so it's not going to hurt.
And then,
have your back, Tom.
And then while we're on the text for a second, Digger Bill, would you like to know what city the Carlos community is in? As a native, Arizona is in, because the city is sprawling. So the people that would buy it there must work at home, get food delivered, doesn't care about seeing anything in the state. Hermits that came from high crime cities would be the people that'd be buying that property. Did I mention I'm a native Arizona?
Digger Bill, I got it. These are people that are scared to leave their house.
Right.
These are people that think COVID is still going on and won't leave their house. Now I got it. It's the perfect place for them.
Well, you got to think about one thing they won't have in that community. Drive-by shootings. You know, because they don't have any vehicles. They could maybe have some pedal-by shootings.
Yeah. So,
and
we were talking about New York. I mean, a wonderful place like New York. And they're going to be doing that investigation. I mean, New York's such an awesome place, isn't it? Yeah, that's the people in New York right there. Yeah, you love New York. I used to giggle when people, remember they came out with that whole campaign, we love New York. Nobody loves New York. Who would love being there? Nobody. New Mexico mom arrested and charged after almost a year after the death of her 7-month-old.
Oh, man.
Almost a year. By the way, the smell of marijuana on the New Mexico woman's grandchild at daycare led to the arrest and death of her child nearly a year ago in March. Almost an almost 2-year-old showed up at the metro area daycare smelling like marijuana. Daycare workers told police about it. They said that the child had droopy red eyes and was acting out of character and liked hitting the staff. Child Protective Services were called. Child, Youth, and Family Department got involved. According to the criminal complaint, the toddler was living with their grandmother. Perla Romero is her name. She told police... So she told police that her home had a skunk problem. Rust. And, yeah. By the way, the child test positive for THC and methamphetamine.
Oh, my God. I got to give you a Tom O.B.
Yeah, when they tested the child. CYFD placed the granddaughter, Ann Romero, and 3 other kids who were living at the house. And according to the criminal complaint, Child Protective Service safety plan for the family ended in March. And all of the 4 kids were placed back with grandmother because she changed, I'm sure. That's when they discovered that the younger 7-month-old had fell between the bed and the windowsill, face down, and died. By the way, they said it was an accidental death. At that report, though, guess what they found in the baby's system? Methamphetamine. Romero's grandchildren and 2 of her own children that lived with her tested positive for methamphetamine. So this woman, after 1 year, and I'm just wondering if they took the kids away from her at that point. Since Child, Youth, and Families, their number one thing they want to do is reunite families. They already put these kids back in the family, back in the home of the grandmother. How many stories like this do we have to hear about? Now, the governor supposedly is outraged about all of this, but it just seems like the situation never gets better. So now the grandmother has been charged with the death of the 7-month-old. Part of the story, my heart goes out because grandparents raising kids. 7-month-old, you at some point have to ask, where the hell was the mother?
Right.
But grandmother's in charge, and she's doing a terrible job also. Kind of makes me wonder, though. The 2-year-old showed up at daycare. Why would they need daycare if all grandma does is meth and marijuana all day? What do you need daycare for? Why are we paying for daycare for a bunch of drug addicts? Are they working? Probably not. So we got the 7-month-old that died at the hands of grandma. I'll ask again, where's mom and dad? Pretty sad. 831, text line is open. Our number 877-396-W105. Quick check of the weather. Beautiful day all day today. It is going to be nice throughout the day. Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by our buddies at Iron River Inspection, Mike and Matt, second-generation pipeliners themselves. They put together a team. They've got over 300 years of experience in the patch. Get in touch with them today, ironriverinspection.com. They offer pipeline and facility inspection, industry and safety training, and they're one of the top-notch consulting companies, ironriverinspection.com. Enjoy the day. It is going to be less than 10-mile-an-hour winds, 83 and sunny. Clear tonight, down to about 52. And then tomorrow night, talking about winds getting up over 25 miles an hour, and Thursday over 30 miles an hour. That wind will stick around until Friday. Saturday looks pretty good, sunny and 76, and Sunday looking pretty good also. 5-day forecast, that's easy. Just go to W105radio.com. We're going to take a break. We're coming right back. We're being the Breakfast Club, 8:33. Good news of the day is on the way. We'll be on the air for another hour. Stand by for that. We're W105.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. Carlsbad Police looking for information regarding a shooting that occurred on Saturday. 2 individuals shot in the incident, one of them transported to a facility for medical care. The incident occurred in the 4600 block of Forest Drive in Carlsbad. Crime Stoppers offering a $4,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest regarding the case. Anyone with information, you're asked to send in an anonymous tip by going to EddyCountyCrimeStoppers.com. About 40 people attending a community meeting about planning for the UFO Festival. Hosts of major events along with local business owners and interested residents were there. The UFO Festival going to be held Friday, June 30th to Sunday, July 2nd, with many events to the Roswell Convention Center and as well as the heart of Roswell's downtown. Events at other locations throughout the city include having the Alien Chase 5K walk and run begin next to the Bremen Field. Artesia Police has issued a missing endangered advisory for a 13-year-old boy. New Mexico State Police sending out the advisory for Jonah driver on Friday. He was reportedly last seen in the 2200 block of West Center Street in Artesia, April 5th. He's described as 6 feet 1 inch tall, 155 pounds, blue eyes, sandy-colored hair. When he was last seen, driver wearing dark-colored jeans with holes, a dark green T-shirt, black and blue Van tennis shoes. Anyone with information, you're asked to contact Artesia Police in this matter. That's what's happening. I'm Jill Miller, MTD Radio News.
This is Daniel Vells, General Manager, Carlsbad Chevrolet, asking you to push it, pull it, and drag those old cars from your driveway. Heck, the old cars you left in Mom or Grandma's driveway. If you have a title, they can be worth $3,000 on this program. We've dragged in a scrap bin to the front of our lot to send those suckers right to the boneyard. This program was made for people like you and me, and I'm going to help you take advantage. Right here at Carlsbad Chevrolet, 2155 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. Also, like us on Facebook for service and parts specials throughout the month.
As a single mom, it means a lot to me to have a strong banking relationship. With the cost of living as it is, I have to make the most of every dollar I make.
Every member has different wants and needs. That's the basis of relationship-based personal service. A strong credit union is built on strong relationships. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Spring into big winnings at Inn of the Mountain Gods and Casino Apache. Join us Saturdays and Sundays in April to play the Spring Winnings kiosk game. Apache Spirit Club members could win up to $30 free spirit play or a point multiplier of up to 12 times the points. The Spring Winnings kiosk game, Saturdays and Sundays in April at Inn of the Mountain Gods and Casino Apache. Must be 21 years or older. See innofthemountaingods.com or see Apache Spirit Club booth for details.
Attend the Carlsbad Gun Show April 15th and 16th this weekend at the Walter Gerald's Exhibition Center, 4012 National Parks Highway in Carlsbad. See dealers selling the finest in modern guns, antique guns, custom knives, ammo, scopes, Old West collectibles, and much more. Buy, sell, and trade at the Carlsbad Gun Show April 15th and 16th this weekend at the Walter Gerald's Performing Arts and Exhibition Center, 4012 National Parks Highway, Carlsbad. Gun aficionados, you don't want to miss out on this huge selection of ammo. Over 500,000 rounds of ammo on sale. Winchester ammo, Remington ammo, 9mm Luger ammo, 38 Special. Do not miss out on these major brands of ammo. Buy, sell, and trade at the Carlsbad Gun Show April 15th and 16th this weekend at the Walter Gerald's Exhibition Center, 4012 National Parks Highway in Carlsbad. Get $1 off admission. Go to azgunradio.com, azgunradio.com. And parking is free at this event.
It's time for the annual membership meeting for Lee County Electric Cooperative. Join them Friday, April 28th during regular business hours in Lovington and Tatum, New Mexico, as well as Plains, Texas. You'll receive your registration gift, vote, and get entered for the grand prize of $2,500 from Lee County Electric. Lovington will host a drive-thru event, while Tatum and Plains will have their lobbies open for registration. For faster registration, find a personalized registration card in the back of the April Enchantment magazine. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Spring is here, and Rio Grace Landscaping is open for business at their brand new location, 4 East Crockett Road, just north of Lovington on the Tatum Highway. Fruit, shade, and flowering trees of all sizes and varieties are in stock. Hundreds of new plants, grass, and flower products are filling the garden center. Fire pits and hot tubs are proudly made in the USA. In-ground trampolines and much more are also available. Call the landscape design experts today. 575-396-7464. Rio Grace Landscaping, your ultimate service, garden center, and landscaping professionals.
Attend the Carlsbad Gun Show April 15th and 16th this weekend at the Walter Gerald's Antique Guns, custom knives, ammo, scopes, Old West collectibles, and much more. Buy, sell, and trade at the Carlsbad Gun Show April 15th and 16th this weekend at the Walter Gerald's Performing Arts and Exhibition Center, 4012 National Parks Highway, Carlsbad. Gun aficionados, you don't want to miss out on this huge selection of ammo. Over 5,000 rounds of ammo on sale. Winchester ammo, Remington ammo, 9mm Luger ammo, 38 Special. Do not miss out on these major brands of ammo. Buy, sell, and trade at the Carlsbad Gun Show April 15th and 16th this weekend at the Walter Gerald's Exhibition Center, 12 National Parks Highway in Carlsbad. Get $1 admission. Go to azgunradio.com, azgunradio.com. And parking is free at this event.
Tell you what, easy to swear at you.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Facebook live video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
Are you guys having fun? Me and the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105. Thank God.
8:39, we are B and the Breakfast Club.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Every time Tom opens his mouth, he sounds like Scooby.
Come on, Scooby-Doo, I see you. Pretending you got
877-396-W105. Looks like 4-day strike plans for doctors and nurses in England could lead to postponements, and 250,000 medical appointments could be postponed because doctors are going on strike. Tom, what's that oath that doctors take where they pledge to save people's lives? What is that oath?
I think that's called the...
Wait, let him answer. Wait, Russ, don't jump in. Let him answer.
He had to go get his glasses, so I'll let what's going on. B has asked you, what is that oath that doctors have to take?
It's called the... Can you put me up? It's called the hypocritical oath.
Hypocritical. Yeah. They don't want to be hypocrites.
It's the hypocritical oath.
Ain't it? That's what I heard, ain't it?
You're throwing rocks at it, but...
You don't have, yeah. So doctors are going on, tens of thousands of doctors going on strike.
Ooh.
I'm just wondering, what exactly what are the demands? That you get more golf time? I'm just wondering, what the hell are the demands in England? And the late night show with James Corden will feature stars like Ben Affleck, Tom Cruise, Jennifer Gardner, and others. They're trying to reach more audience.
Really?
They won't say it, but late night with James Corden is so unpopular that we are more popular. I mean, they won't come out and say it, but that's the God's honest truth. And in Florida, this poor woman, Geraldine Gimbert, spent her life savings helping her daughter fight cancer. Her entire life savings, and her daughter died.
Oh, man.
She bought a scratcher, Tom. And she won $2 million.
Wow.
Thank God.
Yes.
Thank God. She went through all of her savings trying to help her daughter. And lifeguards are warning parents, do not choose the color blue for your child's swimsuit.
Because
it's harder to see underwater. I'm going to be honest.
What?
I don't know if my mother hated me as a kid, but I always had the blue swimsuit. But I defied all odds, Tom.
How's that be?
I never drowned. I could thank my grandfather for that, who threw me in the Gulf of Mexico when I was a young child.
Sink or swim.
Said, sink or swim, boy. Sink or swim. All right, 853. Looks like a man accused of killing his 5-year-old granddaughter pled guilty. That happened yesterday. There is some justice that happened Monday after the Espanola girl was killed nearly 4 years ago. Investigators found the 4-year-old girl, her body, in 2019. They later determined that the stepfather, Malcolm Torres, killed her and left her body in the water on nearby lake. 29-year-old took a deal. Wait, he's 29? Okay, he's a stepfather. 29-year-old took a deal and pled guilty to second-degree murder. He faces 30 years to life in prison. They have not sentenced him yet, so we'll see where this whole thing plays out. And the IRS, Americans unprepared to shoulder the burdens of a lot of new tax laws, Republicans are warning, saying the IRS is going to be coming forth with a lot of different taxes. And if you like this year, get ready for next year, because the budget that Biden is pushing, lots and lots of additional taxes for you. See, the whole deal is that we're gonna make the working man and woman pay more taxes so that we can pay for those that don't work. And of course, we got to fund these wars and other foreigners. So we definitely got to, we need to squeeze you. We apologize, but we need to squeeze you. Text line is open. Our number 877-396-W105. We'll talk about that shooting yesterday in Roswell. That coming up next.
You know, Jeremy in Lovington says, my wife gets so embarrassed when I do walk out and don't show my receipt to the old man at the Hobbs Walmart. He always gets mad about it, too. I'm like, dude, you see me for the last 5 years. You've checked every receipt. My wife, well, she just stands there with the receipt, showing him while I'm walking away, says Jeremy. That's funny. Another texter says, good morning question. He asked that tax extension question yesterday. Where do I go in Roswell? Any tax service will be able to help you on that situation. Hey, B, says the texter.
Yowdy.
He says, are you in danger with military maneuvers going on in Taiwan and the Philippines Island?
I would like to think not.
Is that?
I would like to think not. America's here.
Yeah. Geology. So, B, how close are you to the Taiwan Island?
I don't know. 2,000 miles.
Well, that ain't bad. That's about a 24-hour drive, isn't it? If you were here.
Yes, we're driving on water. It's amazing the way we can do that.
Yes, you can.
You know, we get in this amphibious mush. It's got wheels, but it also goes in water. It's amazing. I bought one last week, Tom. Thanks for asking.
If you were on land, it'd take you about 2 days to get there, right? Anyway. Hey, you know what? Texas says, I've always said if you raise your kids right, you won't have to raise their kids.
Yeah, well, that always doesn't work out. I can tell you stories after stories after stories that kids were raised right and got involved in drugs, got involved in terrible things, and
all you can do is raise them. That's all. Hey, Tom.
All you can do is raise them right and pray.
That's right. Hey, Tom, when your DNA is lard, you're not hurting anyone, says the texter. B?
I'm with you. Roswell says a shooting suspect led them on a pursuit and then the crash into a light pole. And Roswell police and authorities were pursuing the suspect in that shooting that happened outside of the city limits. Suspect taken into custody following the crash. And according to police, the two shooting victims were taken to the hospital, non-life-threatening events. More on that should be. We should get something else today on that. The governor of New Mexico, she must believe that we have no good doctors in this state. Because she's going back to Washington, D.C. to have knee surgery again.
What?
She had knee surgery. I guess they did one knee. Now she's doing the other knee. And this is what happens when you're on knees a lot. And so her knees are, I wonder if they can do anything about those cankles at the same time.
Oh.
I'm just wondering. So, yeah, she leaves today to go to, she'll be gone Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. She'll be gone from New Mexico to have surgery in Washington, D.C. Is it possible she could stay there?
You think?
We really want her to stay there. We thought Biden was going to give her a cabinet position, but didn't happen. pretty disappointing too. We were disappointed. I know she was too, but we were disappointed. And Ron DeSantis pushes a tough immigration crackdown, maybe the toughest in the nation. We'll get to that in a second. 8:49. We'll take a break in just a second. Good news of the day on the way. Our number 877-396-W105. Don't forget, be in the Breakfast Club on the air until 9:30 every day, except on Friday when Tom does the extended version. Thanks again for ruining my love life.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a team player. I'll take one for the team.
John from Utis. Go ahead.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah. John from Utis saying this morning, says, NUMB, NUTS said no new taxes on anybody making less than $400,000 a year. Do you mean that he lied?
Oh, of course he lied. Of course he lied.
So, hey guys, any word
Life has done nothing else but lie.
Right. Any word on that fuel truck that caught fire yesterday on Highway 380? No, but let me check my sources. Maybe we'll get something before we get off the air. Me.
Thank you, Tom, so much. I really do. Thank you for going beyond the call of duty. Thank you. You don't know how much I appreciate you. Seriously, I do. 10 minutes away from 9 o'clock, Ron DeSantis pushes one of the toughest immigration crackdowns in the nation. It was led by DeSantis, the Republican, with maybe some political, presidential ambitions. The Florida legislature has considered sweeping packages of immigration measures that would represent the toughest crackdown of undocumented immigrants in any state, expected to pass within weeks because the Republicans have the supermajority in Florida. And I hear people in Florida, some of the liberals in Florida, well, you don't like it, you can always move. So thank you very much. So DeSantis said the bill would expose felony charges against people for sheltering, hiring, and transporting illegal immigrants into his state. It would require hospitals to ask patients about their immigration status and report it to the state. Yep. Felony charges for people bringing illegal immigrants into the state of Florida. Toughest immigration laws coming down in Florida. I can't wait for the liberals to call him a Nazi. Yes. I can't wait. And looks like more than 20 bills pocket vetoed by the governor, Michelle Lujan Grisham. Right before she leaves to go to Washington, D.C., she used the pocket veto.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm wondering if she reached down and groped the pocket veto and then used it. From firefighter bonuses that were already approved by the legislature to anti-littering campaigns. The list goes on and on. 20-plus bills that she vetoed upon delivery to her desk. Line item, executive vetoes from Michelle Lujan Grisham. Of course, what does she have to lose?
Right.
She can't run for office again, for governor, so to speak.
Well, for 4 years.
And the FBI. Well, what's that?
She has to wait 4 years, and then she can run again.
Right. Yeah. So what does she care, Tom? People have short-term memory in this state. FBI uncovers a agent developed plan to spy on Catholics. Yeah. Chair of the House Judiciary Committee subpoenaed the FBI Director Christopher Wray for all records related to an internal memo that proposed spying on Catholics, spying on the house of worship. Jim Jordan is outraged. Are you? That they would spy on Catholics, spy on Christians. Let me ask you something. Did Catholics fly the planes into the World Trade Center? Are Catholics actually a religion that is out there shooting people, blowing up buildings, and so on and so forth? I really want to know why you would want to spy on Catholics. What do they bring to the table? I don't get this. I think the FBI is probably against any Christian church. I think that's what that's about. And congratulations, Joe Biden yesterday signed a deal. We're going to invest $5 billion in efforts, $5 billion to speed up development of vaccines and treatments for COVID-19. At the same time, yesterday, you said the pandemic was over, but we're going to spend $5 billion. He called it a minor investment, a minimum investment. Thank you, Joe, so much. Tom on the text line, we're going to take our break. It's 8:55.
You know, no more extended version, says or asks the text. Tom, you screwed that up to the guys.
Well, along with my love life. Thank you so much.
Well, we'll have, though, Lee County Sheriff Corey Hilton on our show coming up Friday morning at 9:06. So looking forward to that interview.
Thank you for screwing up the bill.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, you know, you continue to progress. You know, Texter says, if I do my own checkout, I do my own receipts check. Can't pick what you want, though, at Walmart, says the Texter. I shop here at Bob's here in Lovington.
Look, Walmart is closing down every counter. And so if you want me to check and bag my own groceries, some people are going to take stuff. A person checking the receipt is a joke. It's like going to Sam's Club, and you're telling me that look, I watch these folks. Walmart is actually more lax. Nobody is checking how many. I mean, if I got 2 baskets, there is no way they're checking every item. Just saying. Good news of the day coming up next. Stand by for that. Be on the Breakfast Club, KWMW, Maljamora, 105.1 FM. We're going to qualify folks for cash coming up in just a second. News being brought to you by Camp of the Tall Pines, beautiful Mayhill, New Mexico. Couple weekends away from the big second annual fundraising banquet for the National Wild Turkey Federation. That's coming up Saturday, April 29th. If you need more information, you can always call Scott, 575-513-1130, or go to events.nwtf.org. You can buy your tickets right there. Let me tell you a little bit about Camp of the Tall Pines. Beautiful place to be. They've got fishing, stock pond. They've got high ropes, low ropes, disc golf, and more. Lots of things for the kids to do. They offer cozy cabins, raised platform campsites, and RV hookups. Go to the website, camptallpines.com or 575-687-4101. We're coming right back. We're being the Breakfast Club, 8:57 on W105.
The Geo Group in Hobbs presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now. Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money. And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The U.S. and Philippines holding their largest war drills in decades near disputed waters. Fox's Jonathan Savage in London.
The disputed South China Sea and the Taiwan Strait are the locations, and more than 17,500 military personnel are involved. Warships, fighter jets, missiles, and anti-tank weapons all being put to the test.
In a live fire drill, the Allies will stage. For the first time, U.S. and Filipino forces will sink a target ship in the Philippine territorial waters later this month. 5 are dead, plus the shooter from the bank massacre in Louisville Monday morning. Police officer Nick Wilt is fighting for his life, shot in the head as he rushed the gunman. Cops say the 26-year-old rookie graduated from the police academy on March 31st. The president spoke by phone last night to Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear about the tragedy. That from the White House. America's listening to Fox News.
This Lovington Wildcats Sports Update being brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services. Do what you say you can do. Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington.
Stone Oilfield Service backs the Lady Cats as they work to build winning teams and seasons while chasing state championships. Stone Oilfield Service with vacuum, winch, and kill trucks, hydrovacs and hot oilers, frac and acid tanks, gas busters, environmental shields, acidizing, and more. Do what you say you can do. Stone Oilfield Service will get the job done right every time. Serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas, located at 725 Tatum Highway, or contact 575-396-1840.
The Lovington Lady Wildcats softball team has one more non-district game left before entering district play. They're also 9-5 on the season and are on a 5-game winning streak. Coach Steve McCraw, boy, things are going well for your team right now.
Everything's working really good right now, getting good pitching, decent hitting, and good defense, and that leads to being in games and winning a bunch of them.
And district play begins Thursday for you guys. It's going to be a tough league, isn't it, Coach?
Probably got one of the toughest districts in the state. Southeast in the northwest corner, where good teams are. Artesia, won a bunch of state championships there in our district. We were runners-up last year, so I think district probably between us and Artesia again this year. Goddard looks like they may be down a little bit, and Portales is rebuilding a little bit. So, but they're all going to be tough. So we just got to get in there and take care of business.
This Lovington Sports Update has been brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services. Go Wildcats!
Tex-Mex Rentals and Services of Hobbs is hiring for vacuum trucks, pump trucks, and hot oilers. Must have a Class A CDL and be able to pass pre-employment drug screening. Tex-Mex Rentals and Services offers competitive pay, sign-on bonuses, paid time off, health benefits, and 401k. Apply in person today at Tex-Mex Rentals and Services. See Karina at 2604 Northwest County Road in Hobbs. Tex-Mex Rentals and Services is an equal opportunity employer.
This country can sure be windy in the springtime, and we all know the best thing about wind is when it stops. Well, your friends at Roswell Ford can't do anything about the wind, but we can sure help you find the right car or truck. Roswell Ford has the biggest selection of nice pre-owned vehicles in southeastern New Mexico. Each one carefully inspected and backed with a 3-day money-back guarantee. We also have brand new Fords arriving almost every day, so you'll want to check with us frequently to be sure you don't miss something. And when your vehicle needs service, remember that Roswell Ford offers free pickup and delivery so you don't have to get out in the wind. Or the Roswell Ford mobile service van can come to you and take care of most routine maintenance at your house or where you work. So whether you're shopping for a new vehicle or taking care of the one you have, you can't do better than Roswell Ford, the Tailgate Nation, at the corner of 9th and Main. Come see us, but remember to hang on to your hat and don't let that car door get away from you.
Pops Power Washing Services, LLC has been in business for 9 years and continues to serve the Permian Basin and West Texas area. Specializing in power washing services for the oil field, Pops Power Washing would like to earn your business. Contact Eric and the crew today to get on a maintenance schedule to upkeep your battery facilities, containments, LACT units, all the way down to your wellheads to mitigate possible fines to your company. Fully insured and bonded. Call or text Pops Power Washing Service, LLC at 575-704-0330. That's 704-0330. Get ready for the grand opening celebration at your new local Planet Fitness gym in Carlsbad. Wednesday, April 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. Step into the judgment-free zone. Meet their friendly staff and check out their clean and spacious environment. Enter to win a free TV or a 1-year Black Card membership. Get Planet Fitness swag, free food, and so much more. Get your membership today for as low as $10 a month or see their special new membership promotional offers on April 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. at Planet Fitness, 2515 West Pierce in Carlsbad.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes, Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
You will listen to every damn word I have to say!
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Facebook live video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
Very discreet, but I'll haunt your dreams.
5 minutes after 9, 5 after 9, we're going to give you a chance, maybe one more chance to qualify this morning on being the Breakfast Club for cash. If not, throughout the day, starting with Tom A. coming up at 10, we'll give you a chance to qualify for the cash, and this afternoon with the Ride with Russ. And then coming up on Friday, we give the cash away. You could be a winner like Jim or Joaquin. More winners, of course. Gustavo. More winners from W105. Tom A. in the studio, the text reader. He's the guy that's in charge.
All right, here we go. Boy, how are we going to know that the same three guests have to say, because Tom only has the same three people on the extended version, says the texter. Just tune in.
You guys said it. Now you've ruined my love life.
Just tune in and listen. That's it. Corey Helton will be our guest coming up on Friday, by the way. He'll talk about what he did at the Western States Texas Conference a couple of weeks ago. By the way, he is the new president of that.
Wait. Western States, Texas.
Yeah, Western
So
States
is it
Sheriff's Association.
Sheriff Association? Yeah, not Texas. You added Texas.
Yeah, well, Texas part of it.
Well, I'm sure Texas was included in that, but yeah, God bless you.
Another texter says, Tom only gets to do 30 or 40 texts a day, says the texter. Maybe you should only pay him for 2 hours worth and inform him unless he does the less he gets, says the texter.
You don't think that's been tried?
This is a tough audience, man. I don't know why you guys got all jaded. And where is Will? Asked the texter.
Will, not feeling well.
There you go.
So William is not with us this morning. Plans to be back tomorrow.
And you hadn't had any like nude dancers in your studio or anything, have you?
No.
Well, because the way our cameras are set up, I'm on the other side of the computer to where the cameras are, and somehow in the things that was going on this morning, we got both cameras on the side of the fade. So I'm hitting the fade button, but I'm fading back to both of us. So I guess they probably got to watch you and I do research and answer telephones this morning. I just now apologize for that.
Okay. One more text.
So I was on camera. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, that's ugly, isn't it?
I was just hoping, he hadn't brought in,
So, looks like he saves that for the phone. Okay, Russ? So that's a whole different
that's
camera.
true. That's a different camera.
Totally different. In a photo that was shared on social media, Halle Berry showed off her figure while posing naked on the balcony and sipping a glass of wine.
And, oh, wow.
See the difference between Halle Berry and me? If I did that, I would be arrested for indecent exposure. See the difference between me and her? Yeah, it's true. Unlike Halle Berry, my neighbors would constantly be begging me to put up curtains. With Halle Berry, they're like, Halle's out there again. Let's go check it out. But, Rush, you don't think it's a real shot that she was just happy to be out there?
I of course went and checked out the shot.
Sure.
Now she's 56 years old. She's stunning.
She's stunning.
Oh,
But-
she's beautiful.
But I mean, it's supposed to be early in the morning. She's out there and the hair is perfect and like it's falling just in the perfect place. And she's just so delicately posed out there on that balcony that I'm just wondering how somebody just happened to catch that
Right.
perfect shot. But she posted it herself.
Right.
So
Yeah. Well, supposedly could be somebody working for it. Now, I'm going to let Tom tell the story about Halle Berry. Go
All
ahead,
right, so
Tom.
Halle Berry, when she was
Here we
19,
go.
participated in the Miss USA pageant, which was then run by Donald Trump. Okay, she won that title. Then she went on to star in a couple of movies. The one with Billy Bob Thornton won her an Academy Award back in the late 90s. So then she married David Justice. I've been married to him for about 15 years. He was the star of the Atlanta Braves baseball team. So she's had a long line of things happening. To
But
her.
you left out probably one of the most important stories about Dave Justice.
Oh, he abused her, didn't he?
No, I don't know anything about abusing, but he was a sex addict.
Oh, that's right.
And was very unfaithful because, and that was the excuse.
Mm.
Honey, I had to sleep with that girl. I'm a sex addict. I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm addicted.
As beautiful as she is, come on. She give you all the
No,
sex.
and that's the excuse that he used, and supposedly went into treatment for sex addict. And let me just be the first to say, if I was married to Halle Berry, I would be a sex addict. I would be.
Yeah. I think they had
But-
one kid together.
But yeah, that's the best excuse that he could come up with. I'm a sex addict. Now, there's sexual addiction. There's an addiction, sex addict. But yeah, that's the best he could come up with. I'm addicted. And of course, he was playing baseball, and that started off because he was in a different town every night.
Right.
So, and Reggie Jackson, by the way, the Netflix show about Reggie Jackson.
Is that a good show?
Yeah. Well, I didn't watch it, but because I'm not really interested. But yeah, she supposedly he did pretty much the same. Grey Goose knows all the mixing, and so Grey Goose supposedly. No, Tom, what do they make with Grey Goose?
I think butter. Don't they use butter with it?
Yes, butter or martinis, either way, Grey Goose. But supposedly a shortage of Grey Goose could be coming our way. And starting tomorrow, McDonald's is going to be offering a strawberry shortcake McFlurry. I'm just
really?
letting you know, Tom, in advance.
Okay, so I went to a local restaurant in Hobbs the other day when I was over there and tried one of their strawberry deals like this one.
You did what?
Well, there's a franchise there in Hobbs that offers strawberry shortcake like this one, right? So I tried it.
Like this one? What are you talking about? Like this one?
Like the one McDonald's is offering.
So why are you eating strawberry shortcake to begin with, Mr. Diabetic?
Well, I didn't eat any of the bread. I ate the strawberry.
Sure, you did. Yeah, that's the reason why I would eat a strawberry shortcake. Just for the strawberries. Yes. I like them kind of moldy and soft. I mean, that's just the way I am.
Well, I didn't even have any whipped cream on it or nothing.
Okay. Truck carrying toxic. Yeah, I'm buying into this story. Truck carrying toxic soil from East Palestine, Ohio, overturned as the county continues to reel from that train derailment. And as of today, Joe Biden is still not going to Ohio to that train crash. Pretty sad. Pretty sad that the people are, and boy, at this point, can you imagine the introduction they would give him? And I think part of the reason he didn't go is because that county carried Donald Trump. I think that's part of the reason he is not going to go. Text line open. We'll talk about a Florida teacher arrested. I'll tell you what the teacher was doing. We'll get to that up next.
You know, Tester is asking, why don't y'all use the extra time to promote local celebs, interview and play music as well? That's what I was doing. By the way, Mark Ronchetti will be our guest.
Wait, what local celebrities?
Well, you like the mayors, different other.
Not a celebrity.
Well, he is a local.
No. Celebrities. Celebrities are that takes a whole that's something different.
Well, I can only be a celebrity once a week on the show. As far as on the extended version.
Now, I'm trying to figure out how a guy that looks like a homeless dude could be a celebrity.
Who is that, by the way? The Russ? No.
I think I'm talking about you.
Someone's
All right, we'll talk about the Florida teacher coming up next. He's arrested. Good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance agent Herschel Rustin Hayes. You can find him Avenue D and Lovington, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. He can take care of all of that. Farmers Insurance agent. Call Rustin Hayes today or stop by and see him right across the street from Bob's in Lovington. Proud sponsor of the Good News of the Day.
Well, a dad in northern Canada found out that his 16-year-old son needed a kidney transplant. So he lost 75 pounds so he could be the organ donor. He was 274, had to get to under 200 pounds. He's now down to 195, got approval last month, and the surgery is happening in June. And a woman in California gave her grandson a $10 lottery ticket for his 18th birthday, and it hit $1 million. It's a ticket that's made specifically for gift giving with the words printed, the perfect gift, and a bow on it. And, well, now he's a millionaire. It's a pretty good gift. And cops in New York rescued a dog that was found in a sewer. So they named him Leonardo after the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and he's up for adoption. And one last and the best one. A woman in Kentucky dropped off her Volvo to a mechanic after hours last month. Left the keys in a drop box. Thieves broke into the drop box overnight, stole 2 cars, including hers. A good Samaritan eventually helped her get it back. She got a call from a weird number. It turned out the thieves had abandoned her car. And a random guy saw it with the windows down, found her business card inside, tracked her down, and gave her a call. Now, here's where it gets really strange. All of her belongings was gone. Then the cops eventually found the other car was stole, and all her belongings were in that car. So the only thing that she lost was a couple of folding chairs. And it all worked out. There weren't even any damages on her car. That's a good news story of the day.
Good news of the day being brought to you by Herschel Rustin Hayes. Check him out today. Here's a cool story. Female Masters fan who went viral for her excitement as she stood behind John Ram and battling for that green jacket in the final round of Sunday has been identified. Her name is Alea Kukamato.
Okay, we see.
And by the way, she goes to school at Texas Tech. Isn't that a cool? Yeah, so they she's actually a cheerleader. Well, Texas Tech cheerleader identified as the Masters fan that went viral. And by the way, she now has thousands and thousands upon fans on social media.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Dang. Crazy. Somebody else Looks like country music star. Yep. Another person drops.
Who is it?
Oh, I seen that. There's a time.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
did see that.
all of a sudden they're asking me if I want ads on my Fox News.
Right. Yeah. John Rich has now dropped.
John Rich. Yeah. John Rich, of course, is probably one of the best entrepreneurs in country music. This guy.
Now, here's why it's important, him particularly. He owns a chain of bars.
Yeah.
And he's very influential in that genre of bar owners and bar businesses and everything. And he's not just pulled it from his stage show and his concert. He's pulled all Anheuser-Busch products from his bars.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. At some point, you would think Bud Light's got to go, okay, well, what the hell did we just do? Serious. What the hell did we just do? What exactly did we just do?
Oh,
we just ticked off the people that buy our product,
and
we didn't need to.
Did you see where Howard Stern is dumbfounded about why Kid Rock and all the celebrities and everybody's upset about this? He's just dumbfounded. He can't figure it out. He's wanting them to come on his show and tell him what they're so upset about.
He is so upset that he might spoof Russ today. That's how mad he is. I mean, he's that ticked off.
Well, let me tell you, he's in the dark. See, this is him trying to spoof everybody again. He understands exactly why.
Of course he does. Look, and Nike is no better. Do you know how many athletes would love that endorsement deal with Nike? And instead, they give the transgender that she's not even an athlete. I'm sorry, he's not even an athlete.
Better than that, him also in the whole commercial or TikTok video or whatever it is that was released that started this whole thing, come out him saying, oh, it has something to do with sports. I thought it was a joke. I thought because it was April Fool's, I was determined nothing this ridiculous, somebody being the spokesman and apparently doesn't drink beer or know anything about sports with a special can to celebrate one whole year.
Wow.
As a female. Didn't you,
my mother's been a woman for 89 years now.
Right.
Why
didn't you give her an award?
Exactly. All moms. There you go. Why didn't they make moms their spokespeople? Put that on the can.
If you missed it this morning, I played this about 6:10 this morning. What's his name? Dylan Mal, whatever the hell. Anyway, came out and said that he wanted to give away some of his tampons. So this is the dude. What would he do with the tampons? Here's what he had to say.
Doing a tampon partnership. I mean, it made the news. And then the tampon brands, they got real quiet. And that's okay. Today, I'm going to go hand out all of these extra tampons I have left so that no one can call me a tampon hoarder.
So what exactly would you do with those tampons?
Put them up your nose.
I'll wait for the answer. I'm serious. I'll wait for the answer. What would you do with the tampons?
They work good in gunshot wounds.
I'm just. All right, it looks like a Florida middle school teacher has been arrested, reportedly hosting student fight nights in her classroom. Angel Footman, 23, Griffin Middle School, allegedly allowed kids to brawl in her classrooms and warned them not to attract attention by shouting or recording the fights on their phone. WCTV reported that they obtained a video. Of course, somebody recorded it. This happened at Footman's class when she was teaching in Florida. 6th grade girls would fight 6th grade girls. Boys would fight boys.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, some of the footage came out. I mean, they're middle schoolers. Of course it leaked.
I just realized what I said and the way it's going to be taken, so I've got to explain. I have tampons in my truck right now in the first aid kit. And I'm serious. Everybody should have some because for puncture wounds or gunshot wounds or something, I guarantee you they use them on the ambulance for gunshot wounds. So I wasn't making a reference towards he should be shot. I'm serious. The only reason the man, and that was my first thought because I'm an old EMC. My first thought.
Well, yours is better than mine.
So,
looks like Midland Police investigating a shooting involving a juvenile. This happened at apartment complex. So this is the developing story. Not a whole bunch more information out there. And Texas legislators are encouraging Texans to register as organ donors. And they are pushing for more education programs about donating your organs. 825. Tom and Tex.
All right, let's get a phone line. Good morning. You're on B in the Breakfast Club.
Tradio's not on yet.
Yes, I have an item for Tradio.
No, not yet. You're still about 5-6 minutes away. That's what I thought. I knew it.
I knew it.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the text line this morning. The city leaders of Lovington should be ashamed of the way they have let the parks and swimming pool go to hell, says the texter. That's Team Tom A, says the texter. Now, here's the deal with the city. They've been broke for a while, okay? We're starting to get back on our feet. As far as the swimming pool, that's a dead issue. Forget about it. That ain't going nowhere. But the parks, I'm sure they'll get them back in good shape.
And the traffic advisory out there, apparently traffic's tied up this morning. Big John said he just almost rear-ended a Bud Light truck. So everybody be careful out there.
All right.
Go ahead.
And
by the way, I heard the transmissions went out in a lot of the Bud Light trucks.
Well, I just heard some of the transmissions were dragging, but anyway.
Oh, God.
So.
Go ahead, Tom. Let me touch some of these texts. Brian Simmons says, excellent answer, Russ. I love it. And did Tom A drop the ball in the extended version again? Says the texter.
Screwed up my love life.
I screwed up his love life. Another texter says, make moms again, says one of the texters. And one more text says, Howard Stern is reaching at anything to gain recognition. Heck, I thought he was dead because people don't talk about him anymore.
I think he's going a bit senile.
So,
one guy said we used to use tampons for filters on an air compressor at a gas plant years ago.
You go take care of the tampon jokes?
Tom, why are you offended by that?
I can tell he's screaming. So all you got to do is say tampon, and he's.
Oh my God!
Well, that's the ladies' set him off.
Looks like New Mexico man killed in a crash involving a all-terrain vehicle. That crash happened near Silver City Sunday night, and police have not identified that individual as of yet. And the Spurs coach, Greg Popovich.
He gone?
Big-time liberal.
Right.
Hasn't won in a long, long time.
Been a while.
Pleading with lawmakers to tighten gun control. Said the Second Amendment is a myth. You know what I really don't understand? Greg Popovich.
Smart, B.
Is a very smart human being. Was in the Navy.
Former veteran, yes.
Former veteran. How is the Second Amendment a myth? It's in the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
It gave us that right. And gun control, I'm wondering, when somebody goes and a criminal goes and murders somebody, how's that going to stop that gun control? Because criminals get guns right now. And when it comes to people that want to do harm against other people, that's not going to stop. They'll figure another way out.
No, we can't.
We cannot
let these liberals go after our rights. We've already lost so many of them. But the First Amendment and Second Amendment, we better fight for those tooth and nail. Otherwise, they're going to be gone too.
I don't know if you guys have seen this video. 2 Florida women arrested for taunting and abusing an elderly woman live on, it was a live stream.
What?
By the way, the sheriff calls them a piece of crap. 2 Florida women arrested taunting and abusing an elderly woman as they live streamed the entire event. Broward County Sheriff Wayne Ivey called them a piece of crap. By the way, their bond is $6,000 apiece. They've been charged with elderly abuse. Quick check of the weather, calling for sunny today up to 83. Weather being brought to you by Chance Materials, reminding you every project begins with a solid foundation. They've got Ready Mix Concrete. 575-363-3240. Give them a call today. Plants in Roswell and in Carlsbad. They serve all of southeast New Mexico with Ready Mix Concrete. Quick way to find them, chancematerials.com for more information. We're going to take a break. Tradio is coming up next. Say bye, Tom.
See ya.
Thanks for screwing up my love life. Thank you so much. Tradio up next. Russ Black is in control. We'll get to that next and keep you updated with everything going on. News this morning being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. Your choice for your next HVAC job today up to 83. We're going to be in the mid-80s pretty much throughout the week. Your air conditioning's not working, you're going to start feeling it. They got 15 years of experience, and through the years, Enrique Rocha has saved us a ton of money at our transmitter sites. So one air conditioner in particular, everybody else said it couldn't be fixed, needed a new air conditioning unit. Enrique babied that thing and kept it going for almost 5 years. And that's the type of guy he is. If he could save you money, he will save you money. If your unit needs to be replaced, he's going to find you the lowest possible price for a new unit and a quality unit at that. 575-631-1989. Give him a call. Make that $19.99. Give Enrique Rocha a call today. Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating. Call him today for your next HVAC job. He does commercial work and residential work. I'll see you tomorrow for a Wednesday edition, Hump Day edition of Be in the Breakfast Club on W105.
Local news brought to you by M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump Services in Lovington, owned, operated, and serving the community for over 30 years. Call 575-390-4446.
Make M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump of Lovington your domestic well specialist. Owner-operated with 30-plus years of experience, specializing in complete water systems for new home construction, domestic well drilling, as well as replacement wells and servicing all makes and models of water systems, including variable speed drive and constant water pressure systems. Call M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump today at 575-390-4446. That's M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump. Hometown quality you can depend on.
NTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. Carlsbad Police looking for information regarding a shooting that occurred on Saturday. 2 individuals shot in the incident, one of them transported to a facility for medical care. The incident occurred in the 4600 block of Forest Drive in Carlsbad. Crime Stoppers offering a $4,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest regarding the case. Anyone with information, you're asked to send in an anonymous tip by going to EddieCountyCrimeStoppers.com. About 40 people attending a community meeting about planning for the UFO Festival. Hosts of major events along with local business owners and interested residents were there. The UFO Festival going to be held Friday, June 30th to Sunday, July 2nd, with many events to the Roswell Convention Center and as well as the heart of Roswell's downtown. Events at other locations throughout the city include having the Alien Chase 5K Walk and Run begin next to the Bremen Field. Artesia Police has issued a missing endangered advisory for a 13-year-old boy. New Mexico State Police sending out the advisory for Jonah Driver on Friday. He was reportedly last seen to the 2200 block of West Center Street in Artesia, April 5th. He's described as 6 feet 1 inch tall, 155 pounds, blue eyes, sandy-colored hair. When he was last seen, Driver wearing dark-colored jeans with holes, a dark green t-shirt, black and blue Van tennis shoes. Anyone with information, you're asked to contact Artesia Police in this matter. That's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
You've imagined that perfect home, designed it in your mind. At Destiny Real Estate, it's dreams that we provide. We buy or sell residential ranches, lots and more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
If you're looking to rent, please join our website at www.destinyluxuryrental.com. Now, I've got everything from a little 2-bedroom all the way up to a 10,000 square foot home with an indoor swimming pool. Again, that's destinyluxuryrental.com. And I'm needing some more homes. If you wanted to make a little extra income, just give me a call. Rhonda Burns, 575-257-3000 at Destiny Real Estate. Our business is built on dreams and imagination. Telephone 575-257-3000.
Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
This is Daniel Velos, General Manager, Carlsbad Chevrolet, asking you to push it, pull it, and drag those old cars from your driveway. Heck, the old cars you left in Mom or Grandma's driveway. If you have a title, they can be worth $3,000 on this program. We've dragged in a scrap bin to the front of our lot to send those suckers right to the boneyard. This program was made for people like you and me, and I'm going to help you take advantage. Right here at Carlsbad Chevrolet, 2155 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. Also, like us on Facebook for service and parts specials throughout the month.
Lee County Archers Association cordially invite you to their 37th annual invitational at the White Hills Archery Range, located at Highway 18 in Hobbs on April 15th and 16th. From 8 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. both days, there will be shootouts and fun for all. Raffles are to be held for a Canik TP9SA gun and a Matthews Phase 4 compound bow. Men, women, seniors, adults, youth, and even peewees are welcome to join at the 37th Annual Archery Invitational presented by the Lee County Archers Club. For more information, call Roman Acosta at 575-441-7331.
If you are using propane or electricity to heat your home and cook your meals, you are paying too much. Contact Zia Natural Gas Company and let them hook you up. In most cases, Zia Natural Gas Company will run the gas line up to your home and set your meter free of charge when you agree to convert your primary heat source to natural gas. Stop paying too much. Visit online at zngc.com and fill out your application today. Zia Natural Gas Company, proudly serving New Mexico for over 30 years.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our tractor lineup rated #1 in durability and owner experience, Z Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Bring home select L Series equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 72 months, plus save up to $800 now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Amigo Machinery, 2801 Southeast Main Street, Roswell.
It's time to get your spring landscaping and gardening underway. And you're going to need a bunch of supplies. South Country Greenhouse is where you're going to find the best selection of trees, bushes, landscaping needs, seasonal flowers, and all the vegetable plants, moss rock, flagstone, even boulders, and your outdoor furniture location. See the exclusive line of mountain rockers. South Country Greenhouse for all the supplies you're going to need for your home and garden this spring. South Country Greenhouse, 311 West London Road, right there in Carlsbad. Find South Country Greenhouse on Facebook.
Do you have something to buy, sell, trade, or give away? You're in the right place. Time now for Rugged Tradio on W105, a service of Rugged Trade. More than a trade, it's a lifestyle. Call now 877-396-W105 to be part of the show. Now, here is your host, Russ Black.
And welcome to Rugged Tradio, where you get to buy, sell, and trade on the radio. It's brought to you by Rugged Trades, where they're taking care of the working area from Roswell, Carlsbad, Artesia, Hobbs, Southeast New Mexico, and West Texas with the right FR gear, the fashions, the boots for men and women, the workwear that you need for your hardworking life. That's why they say it's more than a trade. It's a lifestyle. It's Rugged Tradio. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram, but there's 4 big showrooms where you can find everything, including the right safety eyewear and the comfort items like the right coolers and things to keep you warm and keep you cool. You're going to find it all at Rugged Trades in Hobbs, 206 West Broadway, 802 West Mermod in Carlsbad. The Artesia stores at 116 West Main Street, and in Roswell, 126 South Main. It's Rugged Trade. It's more than a trade. It's a lifestyle. And I thank them for coming along for Rugged Tradio. All right. I've got the number to call to be on the show, 877-396-9105, 877-396-W105. I've got Eloise on the line from Carlsbad to get us going this morning. Good morning. You're on Rugged Tradio.
Good morning. I have 2 houses still for sale, and I have one in Loving, and I have one in Carlsbad by the river on East Riverside. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a large home, 25 to 2,700 square feet across from the river. And if anybody's interested, I'm also looking for someone in Loving to do a little bit of yard work. And my number is 575-706-2114.
You have 2 homes, one in Carlsbad, one in Loving, and you need somebody to do some yard work in Loving, 706-2114. Eloise, thank you, ma'am. Thanks for putting her on Rugged Tradio. Let's go to Mel and Hobbs. Mel, good morning. You're on Rugged Tradio.
Yes, good morning. I am looking to buy some tires to the people around Hobbs, Lovington, or Seminole. If they have some, give me a call. I have the numbers here. It's a P23575R15. If they have some, give me a call. The number is 575-552-6730. Thank you.
Mel, I thank you, ma'am. Thanks for putting that on Tradio, 552-6730. Let's go to, it says Lake and Tatum. Good morning.
Good morning.
What you got for me today, sir?
I've got some hatching eggs. I've got their pheasant, golden red, golden yellows, and I've got some chuckers, and I've got some peacock eggs for sale, starting at $1 each, depending on the quantity. Phone numbers 575-241-0400.
575-241-0400, correct?
Correct.
Blake, I appreciate you putting your eggs up on Rugged Tradio. Pheasant eggs. First time I've had that on here. Blake, I appreciate you, sir. Thanks for being on the show.
Okay.
I've got Jason on the line from Carlsbad. Good morning, Jason. You're on Rugged Tradio.
Morning. I got a 6.2 Ford motor out of a 2015 or 16 F350. I got the motor, tranny, and transfer case. And a wiring harness, actually.
What size motor?
A 6.2.
A 6.2. All right.
Yep.
Give me a phone number.
It's 575-361-6041.
361-6041.
And I also got a compressor. I also got a big Garden & Denver compressor.
And has a compressor available and the 6.2 Ford motor and tranny and wiring harness. Jason, thank you, sir. Thanks for putting her up on Rugged Tradio. Let's go to John in Carlsbad. John, good morning.
Good morning, Russ. How are you?
I'm doing good, sir. How about yourself?
Doing good. Hey, Russ, this morning I still have that red dot for a pistol. I've been getting a lot of text messages about it, but no one's come through on it. So if you could please text me at 575-725-9188.
725-9188, 725-9188.
Yes, sir.
Got you. Appreciate you, John. Thanks for putting her on Rugged Tradio. Let's go to Jay in Carlsbad. Good morning, Jay. You're on Rugged Tradio.
Hey, good morning, Russ. Hey, Russ, this morning we still got that 2009 Ultra Classic Electra Glide. It's never been wrecked, one owner, lots of chrome, custom paint. It's only got 4,500 original miles on it. Asking $17,000 for that. I got a 2016 Range Rover HSE Sports. Got 8,000 miles on it. It's four-wheel drive. It's a really nice car. It's got heated front and back seats. Asking $32,000 for that. And I got a aluminum 18-inch hydraulic flange spreader. It's about $200 brand new, and it's practically brand new. I'll take $50 for it. And last, I got one of them Rascal mobility scooters. It needs batteries, but if there's somebody that could use it and they can put some new batteries in, I'll just give it to them. And for more information, you can text, please, 706-3023.
Okay, a couple of things. First, did you just say that 2009 all-complete Electra Glide only has 4,500 miles on it?
It's only got 4,500 original miles.
And it's dressed, saddlebags and everything. It's a electric.
It's got the custom seat. They have a name for it, and I don't know. This is a nice bike. If people want to see some pictures,
my goodness, man, that's 4,500 miles on a Electra Glide. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's ready to load up and hit the highway.
You got the Rascal. If somebody needs that, you'll do that service and give that to them.
If there's somebody that's disabled that could use it, then I'll even take it to them if they don't have a way to come get it.
706-3023 and 706-3023. And when I was talking to you about that Harley, my wife sent me a text that said no. That's all it said. So it's going to be for sale. 706-3023. Text, please, Jay. Thanks for putting her on Rugged Tradio.
Thank you, Russ.
And Richard's on the line from Artesia. Good morning, Richard. You're on Rugged Tradio.
Good morning, Russ.
Hey, sir.
How we doing today?
We're doing good. Richard does lawns, lawn care, handyman work, a little bit of plumbing. Does stock, pen, and animal cleanups. Can you get out to Loving?
No, I can't.
Okay.
I know there was somebody that was wanting me to do it, and I can't get there.
Okay. Richard, give everybody your phone number. I know it, but you say it.
It's 575-616-8917.
616-8917. And Richard's got my endorsement. I know he does good work. I've had good references. And Richard, thank you, sir, for taking care of the people there in Artesia. You call us back, okay?
Okay, Russ. Thank you.
You have a good day. I got Mark on the line from Artesia. Mark, good morning. You're on Rugged Tradio.
Morning, Russ. I got a AR-15 rifle in 5.56-223. My phone number is 575-746-7583. I just barely got it back from it getting Cerakoted in green. It's brand new. 575-746-7583, 746-7583.
83.
Please
and
text me also.
And you can text also at Mark Shaw from Artesia. And that takes me right to something that's important, because all firearm trades and sales that are conducted through Tradio are taken for granted to be properly registered, and the sale will be properly registered, and buyers and sellers are totally responsible for being sure that the legal actions are taken care of. Where do you go to take care of that? If you've bought or sold something, how do you go about re-registering it? You go to your local licensed gun dealer, like the biggest supplier of weapons in our area, Courtesy Sporting Pawn, 1095 North Canal in Carlsbad, one of the few NFA kiosk locations. And they'll help you with not only registering and buying and selling and trading, they can tell you how the legalities work on traded handguns. Plus, that's a great place to trade your firearms. They've got 12 to 1,500 weapons in stock at any one time. And all the brands are available, all the styles from Western to military to specialized law enforcement gear, like the full Staccato line of equipment. At Courtesy's always carried at either wholesale price or large discounts, just to be sure our law enforcement officers are properly equipped. It's where you find your guns, your optics, your knives, gear, and the expert personnel to be sure everything's mounted and working properly. It's Courtesy Sporting and Pawn. It's also where you get your Black Rifle coffee, and you can buy, sell, and trade there too. It is Courtesy Sporting and Pawn, 1095 North Canal in Carlsbad, and I thank them for coming along for Tradio and taking care of the true gun sales in this area to be sure everything's done right. Let's get back to the phone. Let's go to Matt and Tatum. Matt, good morning. You're on Rugged Tradio.
Morning, Russ. Yes, sir. I've still got that 2006 Chevrolet Duramax 3500. It's got 178,000 miles on it. Cleanest 2006 round, I guarantee that. It's LBZ. If anybody's interested in it, my phone number is 575-390-1944. They can call or text me. I got tons of pictures and can answer any questions they got.
390-1944. 390-1944 on the 2006 very clean Duramax diesel. Thank you, Matt. Matt's calling from Tatum. Let's go to Chuck in Carlsbad. Good morning, Chuck. You're on Rugged Tradio.
Good morning on this beautiful day. I just want to let everybody know that we do tree trimming, tree removal. We also clear lots and mowing. If you would give us a call at 575-361-7337.
361-7337. Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for putting on Rugged Tradio. Fidel's on the line from Carlsbad. Fidel, good morning.
Good morning, Russ. How you doing today?
We are doing good, sir. How about yourself?
I am doing real well. Thank you for asking. Russ, this morning I'm still looking for a 17-inch or a 17 horsepower deck for a riding mower that's 17.5 horsepower. And I have a John Deere rider that I want to sell for parts. I've got a lot of money in it, but I want to sell it for parts. If someone wants the whole tractor, I'll just let them have it. The number they can call me for this is 575-361-5605.
361-5605, 361-5605. Fidel, thanks for being on Rugged Tradio, and I'm running behind today, so there's people that I need to tell you about. And yes, we get a lot of ads from handymen, people doing lot clearings and tree trimmings and other things. When you do call these people, you need to ask them, are they bonded? Are they insured? Do they agree to take all liability having to do with a tree removal or tree trimming? It's why I advise that in the long run, you're going to find that professionals work out to be a much cheaper, safer, and better plan. That's why Tree Spiders is important. They're the professionals in the area with the high-end equipment to be sure they can handle any scale of jobs professional tree climbers, tree surgeons that, if equipment can't get to it, they can. And there's a lot to do when you're removing a tree. Diseased trees and trees with problems can affect other lawns and other problems. The root system, is it traced? What's that going to do when you try to remove that stump? Can they remove the stump and grind the stump at the end, or they've got to remove the tree? Well, Tree Spiders got over a decade of experience dealing with the pruning and trimming and the problems specifically in our area and serving all the areas of southeastern New Mexico and West Texas, as far as Lubbock, as far north, Roswell, with the wide range of tree services and know how to be sure that the job gets done fast. And they are bonded, they are licensed, they are insured, and take the responsibilities to be sure that the tree removal is done right. And hazardous tree removal, even tumbleweed removal, and lot clearing, tree trimming, and pruning. It's all done by professionals, and it doesn't cost you any more money to have it done right professionally. 10% discount being offered right now for senior citizens, military, and first responders. Go to treeremovalhobbs.com or call Tree Spiders today to get the job done right. Be a lot of work done this summer. 575-446-1057. 446-1057, or just Google Tree Spiders and Hobbs, and you'd be having the professionals taking care of your tree problem. All right, let's get back to the phones. Let's go to Becky and Hobbs. Becky, good morning. You're on Rugged Radio.
Good morning. We have a 2016 Ford F-250 diesel Power Stroke Super Duty truck. The beautiful truck only has 67,700 miles on it. I call it the Beauty and the Beast because it's pretty, but it'll do any job you need it to do. We're asking $48,000 for it. You can see it. It's parked by the CVS and the old Kmart. If anyone's in Hobbs and driving by, it's up there to see it. Or you can call me, Becky, at 390-7261. And it's, like I said, Florida's truck. I also have a equalizer sway control hitch, and this one is does 1,000-pound max tongue weight, and we're asking $500 for that. We paid $700 for it. Works beautifully on a big camper, and so again, my number is 390-7261.
390-7261. Correct?
Yes.
Ma'am, I appreciate you. Thank you for putting her on Rugged Radio, and I got time to get Tom in here from Artesia. Tom, good morning. You're on Rugged Radio. Okay, I think I left him. Let's go with Ron in Artesia. You still there?
Yeah, good morning, Russ.
Good morning, Ron.
Hey, trying to keep it a little interesting. We got a 11-month-old female llama that's as cute as a bug. She's weaned, and she needs to go to a new home. We've got too many of them.
Give me a phone number.
Well, I got a 23-foot flatbed utility trailer that probably needs a couple boards and tires. And 575-748-5096.
Give me your whole phone number again.
575-748-5096.
I got you. 575-748-5096, 748-5096, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ron, I thank you for calling in on the trailer and the female llama. I hadn't had one of those in a while. 748.
Not since the last.
Yep. I started to say it's not the first time. I've had llama before. I just hadn't had one in a while. 748-5096. Of course, tell you the truth, out of the last 10 years, I bet I've had a little bit of everything on this show if I thought back real hard. Ron,
Thank you have. Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, sir. And I thank you for putting
Yes,
her
sir.
on Rugged Radio. And I'm going to thank somebody else specifically for being part of this show and being around and making it happen and doing some special things. And, you know, I've talked to you about Bobby Bowen before on what he's taught me about what's important about how to balance your insurance and how to bundle it where you can have the proper coverage, the maximum amount of coverage and protection, peace of mind, not spend any more money. But we know how good Farm Bureau and Bobby and Tammy Bowen have structured to be able to take care of you for that. They also offer so many different financial services. They wanted the business people, contractors, working people around here to realize if you got key people in your business and you want to Bobby wants to set up a meeting with you and show you how to keep these people and benefit them and at the same time benefit your business too. And key recommendations, how to keep those people around. You know, it's important to all business people to keep those key people in line and do it with proper employee retention and succession planning so that your business also has the capital and capabilities to grow and be ready for the next turnover to the next business adventure. He specializes in these things, in your protection for your farm and ranch and business, and the special insurance concerns to contractors and business people with employees. It's important to have a true professional that specializes in these fields on your side. It's going to pay you in the long run, I promise. And the main thing it's going to do is it gives you that peace of mind. It's the difference in being insured and being reassured. Farm Bureau Financial Services, Bobby and Tammy Bowen, local people with their offices right here to help us in New Mexico. 104 West Hagerman, 302-9919. That's Bobby's personal cell phone because that's how he handles things personally. 302-9919. It's Farm Bureau Financial Services, and I thank him for being part of Rugged Radio too. Okay, that's it. I've got to get out of the way. Tom A. Reese wants the mic. He's got to give away your chances for some money, play a lot of country, and he's full of words of wit and wisdom. He's planned all afternoon. I know he did like 12 minutes of prep for his show today, so it's outstanding. Coming up now, it's Your Country on 105. I'll see you at 3 for the ride.
Your Country W105 is KWMW Maljamar.
The #1 country station.
Broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Enjoy the perfect getaway for the whole family at their premier mountain resort, where you'll create memories that will last a lifetime. For more information, visit innofthemountaingods.com.
All right, let's do this.
Sister cries out from her baby bed.